voice of the beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah 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 wah. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we are. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Mix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up. Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah 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 wah. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we are. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Mix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up.
The book of Revelation, chapter 7, verses 16 and 17.
Yes, sir.
They shall hunger no more, neither shall they thirst anymore.
Pitch up.
And God shall wipe away
Yes, sir.
every tear from the eye.
Yes, sir.
Get ready for the revolution.
Come on. Do you want a revolution? Say, do you want a revolution? Do you want a revolution? I said, do you want a revolution?
Revelation, chapter 7, verses 16 and 17.
Yes, sir.
They shall hunger no more, neither shall they thirst anymore.
Pitch up.
And God shall wipe away
Yes, sir.
every tear from the eye.
Yes, sir.
Get ready for the revolution.
Come on. Do you want a revolution? Say, do you want a revolution? Do you want a revolution? I said, do you want a revolution?
Good morning. Good Martin Luther King morning. Good morning. Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all get up in here, get the likes up on the video. Yes. And you know what was bothering me the most? The Jay-Z thing was really on beat. The Jay-Z emoji was really on beat, girl. I was like, wait. Oh, we are the most imitated, never duplicated. Shout out to the Black Americans in the building. Y'all get up in here. Get the likes up on the video. We got a little cute little show to go today. Y'all, it's about to snow tomorrow in Georgia again. It's also snowing in Louisiana. It's going to be snowing everywhere, girl. I don't know what's going on. All I know is it's going to be snowing, okay? Y'all make sure if it's going to snow where you at tomorrow, please go get you some gas. Cook you something hot and warm or something like that. My daddy called me and told me make sure I have everything I need in case the power go out and all of that. But see, in my neighborhood, they put the power lines under the ground. So you know what I mean? I don't know, but y'all, if it's snowing where you're gonna be at, please be prepared. Be prepared. For the people down south where we don't get a lot of snow. For us, let me rephrase that, because the people up north, they already know what to do. But the people are down here where I'm at, we don't be knowing what to do. So just for everybody out there. Thank you, Alyssa Chart, for the super chat. Happy Yandy Luther the King Day. Yes, it is Yandy Luther the King's Day, unfortunately. Every time I think about her, my nerves get bad, girl. It's Yandy Day. Ooh. Yeah. Thank you, Alyssa, for bringing that up. Oh. Yeah. Anyways, y'all. But listen. Yay. It's supposed to snow. Yes, somebody said they're in New Orleans. Girl, it's snowing tomorrow in New Orleans, girl. Now, I don't know how much snow y'all gonna get. I remember one year we got a little ice, girl. It wasn't even enough to build a snowman, girl. I remember trying to make me a snowman. I was young. And, girl, it was dirt. Ain't even want to go into no snowman, girl. It was just enough ice to say it fell out the sky. I was so mad. I was down on the ground. Me and my brothers, girl. Me and my brothers, we was down on the ground thinking we gonna go outside and build a snowman, girl. It was nothing but dirt and a little ice on the top. And my brother was like, well, we can make one. I said, no, we can't. I was mad. You know what I'm saying? That was back in the day, girl. I was so disappointed. I just knew I was going out there and make me a good old snowman, girl. Frosty. Girl, it was a mud sandwich, girl. That's what it was. Anyways, y'all, yes, please get the likes up on the video so we can get the video out in the algorithm. We got a cute little show today. Who we got? Mike's Day, Martin Luther the King. Joe Biden says that American history is Black history. We gonna get into it. Drake and the factory that he came out of. There's a debate online where they were talking about how Drake can. Well, one guy says that Drake is not the character belongs to the label and they can make another Drake. And a lot of people were having a back and forth on that. And I wanted to touch on that. T.I. said ain't no money in comedy, probably because you're not funny, sir. Ashanti fan page done unfollow her. Y'all done went down there and canceled Ashanti girl. Ashanti girl. We'll talk about it. We're going to touch a little on Naziah Harris's case. And Dr. Bryant. I don't like her. I don't like Dr. Bryant, y'all. I really don't. The fact that people like her, it really bothers me. I feel like she's a grifter. She is a character. And she's very insecure, but she likes to present herself as secure. Because she gets into a debate about the LA wildfires with another co-host who was basically saying she felt like the mayor could have came out and said something, offered some condolences to the people. And Dr. Bryant got mad because she was losing the debate and end up like attacking the girl, talking about you're not media trained, so you don't get it. That I don't know. Dr. Bryant reminds me of Amanda Seales, one of those girls that probably nobody likes. She's not as bad probably as Amanda Seales. I don't know. I don't watch her enough to know. They say she a dagger, allegedly. I didn't say it. That's what they said. They say she really a dagger while she around here telling y'all how to keep a man and how to get a man and what's wrong with y'all not having a man. That's what they said. I didn't say it. But ultimately, yeah, girl, that she just blows me. And I see through her BS off the cuff. But we're going to get into it, y'all. Get in here, like the video. Now, since it's Mike's Day, Martin Luther the King, if you guys didn't know, I'm going to give you some real history on Mike. So, Martin King Jr., before he was Martin King Jr., he was Michael King Jr., okay? Now, Martin King Jr., Mike, that's why we call him Mike, because his real name is Michael King Jr. Everybody knows that. If you didn't know that, welcome to the party, you're late. So his daddy, you know, they not Acorn. I know y'all know that, right? Mike, them not Acorn. Put a 1 in the chat if you knew Mike, them not from Acorn. Put a 2 in the chat if this is new information for you. Because Mike, although he is Black, is a European. A Negro-pean is what they are, okay? Now, a lot of Europeans came to America in the earlier days. Remember, I told y'all, all of the people that got off the boat from Europe, all of them were not white. Newsflash. Hello, is this thing on? All of those people were not white. And not to mention, Black Europeans were going back and forth between America and things of that nature. The Moors. Are we familiar with the Moors and stuff like that? So we have been in communication back and forth, okay? So Mike, that's why we call him Mike, Michael King Jr., was a clear woman-loving just wilding out boy. But his daddy, Michael King Sr., said no, he was a Freemason. These are facts. Y'all can go fact check this all yourself, okay? Michael King Sr., which was Michael King Jr.'s father, was a Freemason. And we all know that the world was built off of Freemasons, right? America, at least, was built off of Freemasons, okay? So I'm just giving y'all a brief little tidbit, stuff you might have didn't know. So, okay, so Michael King Sr. said through the Freemasons, this is where I'm putting in my 2 cents. I believe Michael King Sr. went to the Freemason people, or the Freemason people went to Michael King Sr. and said, hey, we need your son. And he was like, for why? He was like, because we need him to galvanize these Negroes and make a new Negro. And they was like, well, what you mean? Because I hope you all know that black people back then were very rebellious against the clear people. We didn't want to sing around these people. We didn't want to be around these people. We didn't want nothing to do around these people. Do not let the photos and all that fool you of black people with the white water fountain and the black. That wasn't the norm for everybody. We stayed over where we was, and they stayed over where they was. So I believe the government, Freemasons and all that, came to Michael King Sr. and was like, hey, bro, we need your child. And he was like, for why? He was like, because we need him to go and create a new Negro that's going to want to kumbaya with the clears so we can take all their economics and their wealth and make them subservient and slaves to us, right? And then Michael King Sr. was like, I bet. So then Michael King Sr. go to Michael King Jr. and says, Michael King Jr., you need to become a preacher and you need to completely change your image because we need you in the world. And Michael King Jr. was like, hell no, I'm not doing that. And Michael King Sr. says, you are doing it. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to take you out of America, send you down to Europe, where they're from, send you to Europe to study abroad. All of our leaders go to studying abroad. Study abroad, and then when he came back, he left as Michael King Jr. and came back Martin Luther King Jr., named after the clear Martin Luther from Europe, okay? Boom. Fast forward, we got a new Martin Luther King Jr. He can't be with the clear woman like Obama. You know, Obama liked the clear women allegedly. But they said they had to put him with Michelle because we wouldn't have voted for him if he came out with a clear woman. So they put him with the light-skinned, weird-looking woman, no shade Coretta, but that's just what it was. They paired them up together, put out this United Front in front of America, and we were all, well, the children, the black children, not the black parents. They wasn't rocking with Martin King. They didn't like him. He went and got the college, high school kids age and had them to create this new revolution. Now, I believe, this is just what I believe. I believe that Martin Luther King, aka Mike, I believe that originally he got into the deal. Remember, by the way, too, he was an alpha. Martin King Jr., Michael King, Mike, he was a part of the Alpha, which is the first fraternity in the D9 organization. And also his you know, the D9 organization is a branch off of the Boule. Story for a whole nother day, but neither here nor there. So he was a part of the Alpha, and Alpha is one of the, well, at least at the time, I don't know now, but anybody couldn't go be no Alpha. Let's just say that. You can go be a Q, you can go be whatever, Sigma, but anybody couldn't be no Alpha back in the gap. I don't know how it is today. Okay. So anyways, I'm just giving y'all a cute little history, but boom. So Mike, with his connections through the D9, the Freemasons and all that stuff, I believe, this is what I believe. I believe that he was like, all right, bet, I'm going to get these Negroes on your side. When am I going to get out of it? And they were like, hey, we're going to give you X. Because you do know Michael King, Martin Luther King, him and his organization was paid by the government, right? You guys do know that, right? You do know they were getting a check. Like they were on a job. Like it was a job. They were getting paid by the government. I hope y'all knew that. If you don't, now you know. Look it up. I did a whole live on it before. So anyway, I believe that once he got all of the blacks into this whole kumbaya thing, I believe something, either two things happened. He got remorse for what he did and realized, oh my God, or he got played and was like, I'm about to buck the system. Well, then shortly after that, Mike went on this campaign called the Poor People's Campaign. See, they tell us back in the gap that Mike, they tell us that right after he did I Have a Dream, They say, I didn't say it, but they say that Mike got popped. Whole time, it was all a lie. Mike did not get popped right after the I Have a Dream speech. As a matter of fact, he lived a few years after that and did a whole bunch of other things, one of those being the Poor People's Campaign. Pay attention, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Before we get into that, I need y'all to get the likes up on the video. Now, in this Poor People's Campaign, what Mike realized after he said, I led my people into a burning bush, he was like, oh, snap, I got to do something to fix this. So he was going after economics. He wanted us to have not education, but that too. But he wanted us to have an even playing field on economics. So he started the Poor People's Campaign. Now, in this Poor People's Campaign, this is why it was so dangerous. Number one, because Mike was that nigga. Everybody, whatever Mike said, they was gonna do it. So they kept trying to suppress him. But this what made him mad, what made the government real mad. He started getting people outside of blacks to come aboard on this whole mission. We talked about it on Educational Friday. The Black Panthers did the same thing. They started realizing, hey, KKK, I hate you. Hey, Asians, I hate you. Hey, Clears, I hate you. But listen, you hate me, I hate you. But let's come together and realize that we all getting played because we all poor. Right? So Mike started doing things such of that nature. I'm just giving y'all a quick little history. If you don't believe anything that I'm saying, please go and do your research, okay? So Mike started the Poor People's Campaign, where he's going around basically gearing up the people, the regular poor people, to get ready to go fight the government, okay? Let's get into it. This is when he got popped. Yeah, he spoke on the war in Vietnam and all of that, but this is when he got popped. Check it out. Y'all get the likes up on the video. These are my receipts for what I'm talking about now. Look.
I know all of you are studying hard and you're just doing fine in school, and I'm glad to see you.
In the last 2 months of his life, Dr. King faced the idea that civil rights alone could not solve the problem of poverty.
In Mississippi today. Okay, thank you for coming. Thank you.
Yes, this is true, but that was all a part of this whole Poor People's Campaign. Yes, when he said we're coming to get our check. But listen, reparations and coming to get our check fell under the Poor People's Campaign. And I only highlighted your comment because I think a lot of people get that mistaken. They thought just because he mentioned reparations that's why they popped him. No. It was because the reparations was mentioned inside of a whole campaign that he had that was actually getting some legs up under it. Because he even talked about how the clear people was okay with singing Kumbaya with him and holding hands with him when they wanted to sit at the lunch counter, but when it came to economics, they didn't want to help him. He brought that up too. So with that being said, yes, he did get popped after the reparations speech, but it was all due to this whole Poor People's Campaign. It was all up in one. So I'm glad you said that. That's why I wanted to highlight it. But look, watch him go around to the people and talk to the poor people. Look.
He roamed the South, trying to gain support for Poor People's Campaign. Its goals: full employment, a guaranteed income, and decent housing for every American.
People just don't know, but it's really hard. Not only me, it's so many more in the same shape. I'm not the only one. It's just so many of us right around. It's just no have shoes, clothes. It's naked and hungry. Part time you have to cook your children pinto beans morning, down, and supper. They don't know where they'll get a good meal.
You all are really to be admired. And I want you to know that you have my moral support. I'm going to be praying for you. I'm going to be coming back to see you. And we are going to be demanding, when we go to Washington, that something be done, and done immediately, about these conditions. Yes.
This was a different Martin Luther King. Just weeks before his murder, in tones suggestive of the Black Panthers, he began to talk about how the government had broken its promise to the newly freed slaves just after the Civil War.
And again, this is when it gets to be very, very interesting, right? My grandfather, okay. Listen, it's one thing to want to be inclusive with the clears. They don't care about that. They literally don't. Okay, whatever. Integrate them. Who cares? Only poor people were mad about the integration. Only the poor clears, right? You got to understand, when you start talking about real economic rights, meaning the government having to right their wrong on the indigenous Black Americans on this soil, Now you talking about something completely different. Them people don't play like that. They will not have, they don't want, what they didn't want was Black Americans to understand and realize that they got duped, that these clear Americans are literally over there playing in our face. And it's not the ones at the bottom. They just use that pawn as pawns. I'm talking about the powers that be. And that includes some of the talented 10th or the talented 10th, which is some of us as well. We've been played, okay? So what Mike was doing was saying, hey, what we're going to do is we're going to go and fight for economic rights. We're going to fight economic rights, okay? And the government did not like that. This is what got him up out of there. Some people don't want to hear it. I get it. Live in your delusion if that's what you want. But I'm just trying to give you the information, and you guys can do the research and figure this out for yourself. I'm not telling you nothing wrong. I'm not telling you nothing to hurt you. It's just that they've been lied to us. There's a reason why they prop him up in such a manner that we can't even. When you learn about Martin Luther King, you were about the same thing over and over and over again, because they don't want you to pivot from what really happened. And what really happened was Mike was at the end trying to right the wrong of the integration, where he said, I fear I led my people into a burning bush. And he was trying to right that wrong by getting us economic rights, because he realized once we integrated, it literally took away our economic rights. Okay, so let's get back into this, and then we're going to go to the speech, and then we're going to move on.
At the very same time that America refused to give the Negro any land, through an act of Congress, our government was giving away millions of acres of land in the West and the Midwest, which meant that it was willing to undergird its white peasants from Europe with an economic floor. But not only did they give the land, they built land grant colleges with government money to teach them how to farm.
You know who he's talking about, right? He's talking about the clear people that come off of Ellis Island. A lot of those clear people that came in, rushed through New York, all them people, they took our land away from us, gave it to them. And he's talking about not only did they give them the land, they gave them land grant colleges, machines to mechanize their farm. He's telling you everything that they gave them that they took from us. This is what this speech is all about.
Not only that, they provided county agents to further their expertise in farming. Not only that, they provided low interest rates in order that they could mechanize their farms. Not only that, today many of these people are receiving millions of dollars in federal subsidies not to farm, and they are the very people telling the black man that he ought to lift himself by his own bootstraps. And this is what we are faced with, and this is a reality. Now, when we come to Washington in this campaign, we are coming to get our check.
All right. So you heard that. Basically what he was saying was, like I said, he was righting the wrong of all the stuff that he did to integrate us, because he realized, hey, man, we messed up. I messed up. You know what I mean? Because my people, or black people, are suffering. And that's what this was all about. This is when he got popped. After the Poor People's Campaign, of course, with the speech and all that stuff, because they knew if he were able to galvanize them people to integrate, then he can definitely galvanize them people to go up there and fight for our economic rights. And that's the thing. Thank you, Cooley Boo, for saying that. Malcolm tried to tell him the whole time. I get it. People didn't like Malcolm's approach, but Malcolm really was on some like, y'all is fighting to go be up under them people. We don't need to do that. We need to have our own. We need to be fighting for our own rights. That's why he had his army and all that stuff the way that he had them, because he believed in eye for an eye. I'm not about to be crying and letting you bop me upside my head, bro. That makes absolutely no sense. What we're going to do as black people, this is what Malcolm was saying. We need to fight economically, independently for our own stuff. We don't need to be going over there running to be with them. So he tried, but you know, at the time, I think a lot of stuff was at play. I ain't gonna lie. I think that Mike having that Freemason ties and his dad, and because they say Mike didn't play with his daddy. He did not play with his daddy. And I heard from, if the daddy put the foot down, then that's what it was. So I'm pretty sure that Mike's hands was tied. I'm pretty sure Mike's hand was tied, whereas Malcolm wasn't affiliated at that time with nobody. Even when he was affiliated with the Muslims, he didn't realize their agenda until later on after that. You see what I'm saying? So I just wanted to give y'all that tidbit. Happy fake birthday to Mike, because Mike's birthday ain't today. Wasn't it a few days ago? Either way, we're going to drop some cakes in the chat. Y'all get the cakes up in the chat for Mike fake birthday today. They say Trump getting inaugurated today, and the Negroes are losing their mind as if Mike didn't want them to be integrated with the clears anyway. But nevertheless, get the cakes in the chat for Mike's fake birthday, and we're gonna get into the show. Shout out to everybody in the building. Where am I? Oh, here you go. Yeah, shout out to everybody in the building. Let's get the cakes in the chat. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Mike. Yeah, you know, I struggle. I ain't gonna lie. I struggle with Martin Luther King because I understand what he did before, but then I understand that he tried to right the wrong later, but I felt like it was a little too late. But again, I'm not trying to make nobody upset on Mike's birthday. I just gave him a happy birthday, like, duh. But I ain't gonna lie. He the reason we voting the way we voting and acting the way we acting, child. But let's move on. All right, let's get into the show. I want to start with Dr. Bryant since I'm in that type of mood now anyways. So Dr. Bryant is this fake psychologist. I guess I'm about to start calling myself Dr. Voodoo at this point. Because y'all just don't believe everybody a doctor anyway. So you know what? I think I'm going to change my name to Dr. Voodoo. Yay. I'm a doctor. Y'all believe Dr. Bryant a doctor. Y'all believe Dr. Umar a doctor. I'm just going to be Dr. Voodoo from here on out because it's so easy on the internet. On the internet, you can be whatever it is you want to be. So as from now moving forward, it's Dr. Voodoo. Heavy on the doctor, light on the voodoo. You feel what I'm saying? Welcome. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Being a doctor is hard because, a lot of times people don't respect your titles as a doctor. So it's really hard, to kind of, communicate with the regular people, but it doesn't matter because being a doctor, it's something I've always wanted in my whole life. So now that I finally achieved that goal, I feel like, I have to now create another goal for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I've achieved the doctor goal. Now I want to achieve another goal. So yeah, I'll be making up some more goals. Maybe I'll be an astronaut next. Who knows? But for now, we're just going to settle at doctor. And yeah, thank y'all so much for being here. Dr. Vu, heavy on the doc, light on the Vu. You get it? All right. So anyways, Dr. Bryant, when she came out and she got in Cam's behind, first of all, I believe Cam Newton when he had on that podcast. I think that I believe that he was I believe he was in on introducing us to her. And the reason, or introducing her to us. And let me tell you why I'm saying that. Because she played the hell out of him on that channel, right? When she did that that podcast and talked about how he's insecure and he's creating all these broken homes. And she wasn't lying though. Let's really be clear. But he kept that up. He could have definitely edited that out or anything, but he definitely kept that up. And I feel like he kept that up because he wanted it to go viral. This was going to be her introduction to social media. Yes, she was on Basketball Wives and did a little sniggly giggly. But I believe that, she was to use his platform. 7, it's your birthday? I believe that she was going to use his platform. 7, it's your birthday? Thank you for the super chat, Miss Parker. 7, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, 7. Why you didn't say nothing? It's tomorrow. Okay, we'll come back tomorrow. He says tomorrow. Okay, we'll come back tomorrow and do your birthday. Sorry. I gotta celebrate my boo now. I got to celebrate my boo. So tomorrow we'll come back and we'll woot the woot. You know what I'm saying? All right. So anyway, I believe that it was a setup for Dr. Bryant to come through Cam's podcast, embarrass him so it could go viral. He don't care because he's gonna make money anyway. And then he introduces us to her, and then we all fall in love, I guess, with the doctor who going around dragging these men who making all these churn. You know what I'm saying? That's what I believe it was. So with that being said, Dr. Bryant comes out, she's going on Nick Cannon podcast, all these different podcasts, and she's making a name for herself. A lot of the girls like her because she's getting out a lot of things that a lot of women already thinking. Okay. Long story short, she's on this new podcast, or I don't know if this is a new podcast. This is my first time seeing it, but she's on this podcast and they were talking about the LA fires, and they were talking about the black mayor who, when she came back from off her vacation to Ghana, how she didn't even want to address what was going on with the fires. Now, the girl do you see on the camera, I think her name is Bree. She feels like the mayor, the very least, what she could have done was at least acknowledge the fact that, hey, there's a lot of people out here who are under duress and who lost their things, right? But Dr. Bryant feels like she don't believe that because, see, we have this thing now, well, we don't like to hold black people accountable simply because they black. We just don't like to hold black people accountable, especially black people in positions, only for the reason that they're black. That's it. And I've seen this happen over and over again when it comes to politics. And we'll definitely get to see it more and more because social media is a tool that pushes that narrative. And I think that that's so wrong because I think everybody needs to be held accountable. Everybody. But anyway, Dr. Bryant disagrees, and when she realizes she's not winning the argument, what she does is go to attacking the lady personally by acting like she's up here and the lady is down here, and she's going to go off and be like, see, you don't get it because you don't have no media training, and if you had media training, you would understand. And I'm over here saying, girl, you look a fool. You look a mess. But anyway, we're going to get into this interview, and I'll give my thoughts about it at the end. Y'all get the lights up.
I think that, first of all, I will say I don't think that Governor or Mayor Karen Bass is to blame for this. She's not to blame for the incident. However, that video clip was so disheartening. And for us to sit up here and give her an excuse to say, well, she's being baited and she shouldn't have to say nothing. A simple, my condolences. Hey, you guys, I'm here. We're going to attack this head on. And I'm standing with the city of Los Angeles at this time. How dare she not have anything to say? There's nothing baitful or rude or could be taken out of context by simply, I'm sending my condolences. This is a tragic loss for our city. I'm here and I'm ready to put my boots on the ground.
I agree with her 1,000% because I can recall Katrina. I can recall 9/11. Every single natural disaster, the mayors, the president, everybody looks to them to come out and at least acknowledge it. I don't know what sense of gratification that we get from that, but we want to feel like we're being taken care of. So she's not lying with that. I think that she could have came out and said, you know what? I'm just getting here. My condolences. I came as fast as I could. And I'm sorry for everybody who's losing that. We about to get right to work so we can take care of these people, even if it was a lie. Because sometimes people just want to feel like you're going to take care of them as far as the government. But she didn't say anything. I don't think that the girl Bree right here is wrong. I actually agree with what she's saying. But Dr. Bryant disagrees. Let's get into Dr. Bryant.
That's all she had to say. But to stand there like a deer in the headlights, like she glitching, it's unacceptable.
Well,
I'm sorry.
She's definitely not a deer in the headlights. And for her,
that's how she stood there, though.
To answer that, there was nothing to say. It was only the action that was needed to be done.
It is something to say.
To have her apology does nothing to save lives. Her I'm sorry does nothing. For
it means that you have empathy as a human being.
We need her in the city with actions. Empathy didn't save them people. I have empathy. Yeah. It did nothing for the city of Los Angeles.
But we speak.
See, this is what, and I kind of see why she's saying what she's saying, but it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, all we needed was her actions. I have empathy, but it does nothing for her. You know, empathy creates action. I don't know if people knows that, number one. Empathy creates action for the most part, but it wasn't even about her actually just getting out there and doing something. What they were saying was, what people wanted to hear from their mayor is that she understands. She knows what's going on and she's actively working. If she never says anything, most people are not going to get that. They're just not. They're just not. But again, I don't even feel like Dr. Bryant is taken up for the mayor because she really don't believe the lady shouldn't have said nothing. Because if that was the case, why y'all was worried about when Kamala and Biden, why if they were going to say something about the hurricane up in the Carolinas and all that stuff? It's just, and again, I personally don't give a damn if they say something, but I understand why people feel like they want to hear from their leaders that they're doing something and they're actively doing something about it. But Dr. Bryant is a weirdo to me. Let me let her finish.
We need action.
We know that. We know
action.
with the Kamala,
it's called,
and she lost the race.
It's called, because
these people lost their homes.
It's called media training, and those who don't have media training should not give media advice.
I got media training, babe.
Well, you should know through media training.
Now, why you had to go there? Those who don't have media training shouldn't give media advice. Media training has nothing to do with her not saying anything. All she had to do was just say, "I'm just getting here. As soon as I heard about the tragedy, I rushed back. My condolences to everybody, and I'm gonna actively get to work." That's all. That has nothing to do with media. That's media training. Media training wouldn't be her lack of media training was to be for her to act crazy with the interviewer. But now it's a personal attack with Dr. Bryant because she's realizing that she's not in the winning seat of this argument right here. That's what it's giving to me, and it's weird.
That wasn't appropriate. Right. I have media training, and I'm saying there's a way to do what you're supposed to do.
You're not leading the people. You're not in a leadership position, and media training is you know when you're supposed to speak to media. You know when you're not supposed to.
I do know, and I feel like that was where she dropped the ball. I definitely have media training. I definitely have held leadership positions, and I feel like you have to extend like love and support and condolences in these issues. Like, you have to address it, and it could have simply been, "I'm sending my condolences. I'm here, and I'm ready to work," and that's it. We tore a new asshole in Kamala Harris because she didn't get up and address a college after she lost a race. These people lost everything that they've ever worked for. And the people on social media, the people that live in LA, the people who have been really truly affected are hurt. But the issue is that at some point as a leader, you're supposed to take away the titles, the accolades, and be at a person and be in on a humanity level. When you don't have a Similac to feed your children or no bottles and everything that you have is literally gone. I don't give a damn about your media training. I want to know that you give a. I mean,
there it is.
So I think that first of all,
she's right. And listen, there are two different types of leaders. I know people. They have managers and then they have leaders, right? Managers are people who only care about the things, the what's. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about the people. They don't care about how you feel. They don't care about none of that. Those are managing leaders, right? And they typically are, in my opinion, I don't call those people leaders. I call those people managers. But leaders have to worry about the what, the who, the how, the when, and everything. A leader you can go to if you need something. A leader will step in and help you and pull their sleeves up and help and get in the mud with you. That's a leader. A leader sympathizes and empathizes with your personal plus your business or whatever they're dealing with. But it seems to me that not that managers aren't effective, because managers they can be effective. But when it comes to people, typically the managers are the people the managers are who the people quit. You know how they say people don't quit jobs, they quit people? It's typically the managing type leaders that they're quitting because they don't care about the people. And when you're in politics, especially one where it posits itself as this, we care about the people and we're only here working for the people, we're public servants, then yes, you have to show some level of sympathy and empathy for the people in times of tragedy. You just do. You just do. Now, if you want to be a judge, then that's not being a judge. You don't have to have you don't have to care about the people. You should, but you don't have to. All you dare to do as a judge is listen to the facts and judge the facts. That's it. But when you are in a position where you're positing yourself like you're this people person and you're a servant of the people, yes, you do have to have those type of leadership qualities. And, I think that it's so rich that Dr. Bryant goes all the way to just degrading the girl or offending the girl by saying, "Oh, well, you don't have no media training. If you don't have media training, you don't need to be giving media advice." Dr. Bryant, if you've had media training, then you would know how to handle yourself in the midst of a debate. Why are you getting so personal? Where's your media training? You're in a debate. As long as you have the facts and you stand on your facts and your facts aren't debatable, I'm sorry, why not just stick to the facts? Why go into personal digs, start talking about, oh, because you don't have the media training? Because people like Dr. Bryant like to feel like they're here while everybody else is here. You've never been in a leadership position. How you know? And what leadership position have Dr. Bryant been in? You see, and this is the thing. I just don't like people who like to up themselves by downing others. And Dr. Bryant is definitely that. She, in my opinion, this is what I believe her to be. She's a grifter, she's a liar, and she's basically here to get black women's money and their sympathy so that she can make a coin in a bag off of y'all. That's what I believe. That's why she's going around podcast to podcast, dragging these men, because she knows that black women needed that voice. And she tapped into that niche, and she's going to make a lot of money off of it. But when it comes to other confident women and assertive women, as you can see, she's no match because she goes straight into the personal digs. Now, girl, Bree, you better than me. Because see, when she would have hit me with the personal dig, I would have went under the hell to hit her back. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Bree. That's what make her better than me. Because see, I'm all professional until it gets unprofessional. You get it? But the girl Bree did a good job by keeping on topic. But again, when her facts are speaking for themselves, she don't have to go low like Dr. Bryant, because Dr. Bryant literally had to go low because her facts weren't facting. And that's what debating is all about. Standing on your facts and standing on your business, because your business is going to speak for itself. So I just don't like Dr. Bryant. I don't like anything that she's about. And I feel like she's lying to my people. And I feel like, I don't know if she even from Acorn at this point. I don't know who she is, where she come from. I don't know why Cam introduced her to us, but whoever she is and wherever she come from, I think she needs to crawl back over there. And listen to the ladies who follow Dr. Bryant. Don't, when you find out she's a dagger, or if you find out she's a dagger, don't say, well, does it matter? Does it matter? Yes, it does. A bitch can't talk to me about growing flowers if she ain't never been outside. A bitch can't talk to me about farming if she ain't nothing but a chef. You get it? I need a person that's with farming experience to tell me about relationships or farming stuff. She don't know nothing about no relationship with no man, allegedly. Allegedly. That's what they said. But anyway, y'all, whatever. Let's move on. All right. Now I want to move on to, let's go get, since we're in this mode, let's go get this this debate between, I think the boy name, what's the boy name? Flacco or something like that? I don't know. He ends up having a debate with some dudes about Drake, right? And what he said was true. What he was saying was, listen, y'all running around here acting like Drake is a one of one. Drake was literally made in a factory, and they can make another Drake if they so choose. People don't see that, and people don't believe that because they feel like Drake is just this great artist. But when you really think about it and you pull back the layers, Drake ain't what y'all think he is. The media has put the hype on him like that. The media put the hype on him like that. The media got y'all thinking that Drake is who he is. He's really not. He's really and truly not. But nevertheless, we're here, and we're gonna get into that whole situation. And both of the sides were making points, but I ain't gonna lie. When y'all start realizing and wake up to realize that the media has been playing on us for years and scolds and blows since its inception, we gonna be, oh boy, it's uncomfortable to learn, but I'm telling you, we got to learn it. Listen, there's a reason why when Kendrick Lamar did that last verse on Not Like Us, he literally broke down the playlist of how Drake was made in a factory. You call Future when you didn't see the club. Somebody helped him get the lingo up. 21 gave you false street cred. Thug made you feel like you were slimy. He giving you the blueprint of how they made it, how they created this character. It literally, I don't understand how people, and I get it, you can enjoy the music and think that he's great, but at the end of the day, like they lost this Drake, they can make another Drake. I promise you they can. But let's get into the debate. Y'all get the lights up. Hold on. I gotta get the turn the volume on. All right.
That we can promote you better than anybody else, while they're trying to devalue Drake because Drake is coming in this building thinking
they're not trying to devalue Drake.
Well, wait, the Drake is coming in a white man's building, acting like, yo, I run shit, trying to hold them hostage for $1 billion when, yo, Drake is the machine. They are Drake. UMG is Drake. Nigga, you Aubrey Graham, nigga. UMG is who made Drake. UMG are the ones who owns Drake, the character, right? The system, the machine. So, bro, they can create another Drake by tomorrow. They don't need you.
And if they own
Drake's is unicorns, bro. You can't make another Drake.
Nah,
tomorrow.
bro.
You can't
How
just make
Kendrick
another.
Lamar?
Okay,
Word.
so keep that same thing. So can we create another Kendrick Lamar?
Hell no.
Yes.
If you, I don't think it's that easy.
They made a new Drake in 6 months. Kendrick Lamar.
You can't
But
create.
no, they didn't. Kendrick been Kendrick.
No, he was never at
Kendrick
this
is
height ever.
okay. Kendrick's been Kendrick though.
He was never at this height, though.
You can't create another artist that can just drop whenever you feel like.
No one knows how people are going to turn out, so you can't just say I'm gonna create this.
UMG didn't
Yes,
create
they
either one of them.
Look, Drake. If UMG owns the rights to Drake's name and all that stuff, then they have the right to allow Kendrick Lamar to use it however he wants to if he's the artist too. At the end of the day, UMG is a company. They are trying to diversify their situation. That it's not good for them to have everything so heavily invested in Drake and everything live or die or fail or succeed based on him. So they're trying, when Kendrick got the momentum, they're trying to boost that up. And that's the nature of business. This guy has momentum right now, Drake. We're going to promote and build him up as much as possible. And you can come with something against him. And if it catches on, we're going to promote that as much as possible.
And
if
we're keeping it hip hop, he was winning the battle.
And if
he was winning until Not Like Us. Let's be clear.
Destroying.
About that. He was whooping him out.
And everybody don't want to admit that. Everybody act like that was Drake from Gate, but everybody
until Not Like Us dropped. That's what changed everything. Niggas was like, oh yeah, Kendrick won.
Yeah,
because I definitely was saying Kendrick.
Because I'm still a Drake fan over it.
And if we're keeping it hip hop, Lil Wayne made Drake.
They are obligated to prove to Kendrick that we can promote you better than anybody else, while they're trying to devalue Drake because Drake is coming in this building thinking
they're not trying to devalue Drake.
Wait, the Drake is coming in a white man's building, acting like, yo, I run shit, trying to hold them hostage for $1 billion when yo.
So all right, let me add my 2 cents to this. First and foremost, I've been telling y'all since Milli Vanilli, they have mastered how to create characters and feed them to us as if they're original. Okay. Milli Vanilli was the first experiment where they created 2 characters, literally created them, gave them a fake sound, a fake look, a fake accent, all of that. And then they pushed them out to the masses, and we fell in love as a people. Whole time, they're not real. They're not, Milli Vanilli was not real, and we fell for the okie doke. They exposed them on purpose, in my opinion, so that they can see how we reacted. And they have been doing this more and more. Hell, Dick Gregory talked about how he had to go around and tell everybody in the 70s that they were going to dilute and create fake musicians. He talked about it. I want to say they was talking about Lionel Richie was one of them. Don't quote me on it. We'll have to come back and visit it another day. But from when I understood, I got to go do more research. Dick Gregory was talking about how Lionel Richie was one of those made artists. Does that make sense? Okay, so fast forward. Drake, although people might say he's a great artist, Drake makes great music. But think about it. Drake, the character itself can be made over again. Drake does not come with his own original nothing. Everything that Drake has done comes from something else. He goes and get other people's culture. He even did it with Kiki, Do You Love Me? Are You Right? That Drake. He took on New Orleans bounce for the sound. That's what he does. That's what Drake does. That's what he's always done. He's always gone from here, try to take this sound, there, try to take that sound, there, try to take that sound. When you listen to Drake talk, you understand that he's not the person, the character he plays on wax. All you got to do is listen to him talk. But people don't want to see that because they fell in love with the music. And the music is good. I have to give us that. The music is good. But they literally take in a lab. And they go get a person and they give them a swag, a style, music, bars, production. They literally it's like dressing a doll is what it is. That's what it's like, dressing a doll. And so when the boy says that they can make another Drake, he's absolutely right. They can make another Drake. Now, I partially agree and disagree with making another Kendrick for the reason of Kendrick is an original. It's not an original. Kendrick has his own style. Kendrick came in with Kendrick. Kendrick is Kendrick. Okay, that's just that on that. Kendrick is Kendrick. However, there are so many Black Americans with talent like Kendrick. They can take them. They may not be able to duplicate a Kendrick, but they can go grab another young Black artist who's just as good, if not maybe better than Kendrick, and push him into the stratosphere. And boom, there's another, not Kendrick per se, but there's another artist like a Kendrick. Let me tell you something. This is one thing that the powers that be hold over our head as Black Americans. And this is this. They know that talent from us comes a dime a dozen. If this one don't work, fine. It's a million of them over here that want to be in his place, and they have the same amount of talent. This is the one thing they hold over our head. Listen, you can be the most amazing artist, the most amazing actor, the most amazing whatever. They know that there's so many of us in our culture that if it don't work with you, they'll just go get another one. And these are the facts. And they use that, and we don't realize that they're using that over our head, but that's what they use to control us, because they know if this one don't work, I'll just go grab that one. And if that one don't work, I'll go and I'll keep grabbing and grabbing and grabbing. And they want money and fame. So all I got to do is put that in their face and they'll eat it and they'll bite on it. That's what it is. So in that sense, yes, they can make another Kendrick. You can't make another Kendrick. Kendrick is Kendrick. But you can go grab another young Black boy who's just as talented, sometimes if not more talented, and create another, and not really create because they'll already be created, but you can push that person in the front of the media and that person will do the same amount of numbers and the same thing, okay? So that's what it is about us. People don't understand that. That's the one thing they have over us. It's not like other cultures. There was only one Bob Marley. Period. This is no shade to Jamaica. Shout out to Jamaica. But there was only one Bob Marley. They may have had people who were just as good, but there was only one Bob Marley. Once they got rid of Bob Marley, that's a wrap. But Bob Marley, what made him so talented and so unique was that not only was he a phenomenal artist, but he had political stuff in his music that people actually rocked with. Like, people followed him, his politics, through his music. Nobody wasn't doing that. And if they were, they weren't doing it to the magnitude of Bob Marley. When he talk about Buffalo Soldiers, dreadlock Rasta, stolen from Africa, brought to America, he's talking about the Buffalo Soldiers of America. Okay? Whoa, yo. I don't know if y'all know those songs, but he's talking about the Black Native Indian American. He didn't know then. That's why he said stolen from Africa, brought to America. Listen, he's talking about this group of men who were so great and so powerful that the government had no choice but to utilize them and befriend them because they couldn't beat them. That's what that was about. Hell, when even how long will they kill our prophets while we stand around and look? Oh, won't you help me sing these songs of freedom, because all I ever had, redemption song. He's talking about get up and do something. He was like a Jamaican Malcolm X on wax. That's what he was talking about. Like, yo, these people keep screwing us, doing us dirty, and we just sitting around. We just sitting there. We need to do something. He was a Jamaican music Malcolm X is what he was. Okay? Those things those are some of the things that made Bob Marley so unique that it was harder to find another one. And if they had one, he probably was scared because they seen what he did to Bob. But see, in America, you can get slain and there's somebody ready to take the next place. They don't care. That's why they slay all of our great heroes and somebody else emerges. Now, a lot of the times it's been at the grassroots level. But at the end of the day, those people emerge, and they emerge because there's just like there's a dime a dozen of artists, there's a dime a dozen of leaders. It just is. But what the media does is, because they control media, they keep those people under wraps so that they don't rise above like a phoenix, and us, and then the rest of us come. And you know what I mean? Lauryn Hill was another one too, but they keep us below so that we don't come rise above and people get to notarize us. Listen, if you see people who are so-called leaders, they're not real leaders. The real leaders, they don't keep up like that. They don't prop them up like that. If they prop them up, they're not a real leader. Okay? Lauryn Hill was another one through political, used her music to speak about politics. She the one told y'all that hip hop was gonna come to where it is. Now tell me your philosophy on exactly what an artist should be. Should they be someone with prosperity and no concept of reality? She's talking about, hey, I get it. It's fire. It's glamorous. Y'all propping up all of this money, but where is it going to take us later on in the future? She's another one. And they killed her career because they don't want you to know that. They know that we vibe through music. They know that we get everything from music. They hurry up and got her up out of there. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, Sade too. She's another one. But you know, it is what it is. So I agree that they can make another Drake for sure. And they can't necessarily make another Kendrick, but they can damn sure go get one right for the picking and push him up. You see what I'm saying? So I just want us to understand how this thing works. It's not as complex as you think it is. It's just that they know that they can go and grab as many of us as they want because they put us in the level of poverty to where people would just sell out because just they need to feed their family. Or some people just greedy. Okay. But get the likes up on the video. Now I want to move to let's go get T.I. So according to T.I. says that there's no money in comedy. And I think it's because he's literally not funny. Like there's absolutely nothing funny about T.I. I've seen T.I. try to do stand up. It was the most horrific thing I ever seen in my life. He looked so awkward and so weird. It was just so like disgusting. And I get it. All the rappers want to be ball players and all the ball players want to be rappers. I get it. All the you know what I mean? It's like whatever talent you have, they typically, especially if they excel at it, the people really want to do something else. Does that make sense? For instance, I'll give you Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx's first passion is music, not comedy. Did you know that? I don't know if y'all knew that. Jamie Foxx never wanted to really be a comedian for real. I mean, he could do it, but Jamie Foxx wanted to be a musician. He wanted to be an artist. Jamie Foxx wanted to write and do music, which he does really well. I love Jamie Foxx's albums. His people, listen, people sleep on Jamie Foxx on the music side. And they sleep on it because he's so phenomenal on the comedian side. But he never really cared about that. As a matter of fact, he settled for the comic so that he can come in and do his music. But he realized the two don't correlate. Okay? You can't have both. So he just stuck with the comedy because it was more fulfilling and it was more financially gaining for him. But for the most part, Jamie's first passion is music. And it's the same thing with people who excel in an art. Any type of art you excel in, the one you really want to do, you can't really do. For instance, I'll use me, and I ain't nobody, but I'm going to use me as an example. Reality show recaps. Celebrity gossip and stuff. I do extremely well in that, but that's not my passion. My passion is actually teaching history, all that type of stuff. I can do it and it works, but that's not what I really want to do. And it's the same thing with Jamie, and it's the same thing with Tip. Tip is an amazing rapper. Although he get on my nerves, I can't stand Tip. But at the end of the day, what we cannot deny is Tip is a phenomenal artist. He is a phenomenal rapper. But maybe somewhere down in Tip's little bitty body, he've always wanted to be a comedian. I don't know. So he tried comedy and it didn't quite work out. Listen, he was trash. It was so awkward and weird. It was just like people probably only bought tickets because it's Tip. You know what I mean? Like, nobody really came to see Tip do no comedy because he's weird and he's not good at it, just period. But nevertheless, he's on here talking about how comedy don't make no money. And I'm over here saying, I know you lying because Charleston White hit the Chitlin circuit. Hell, Tasha K hitting the Chitlin circuit. And they say them people making money, allegedly, because Tasha K is under the thing with Cardi B. So I don't know. But allegedly, they say hitting the Chitlin circuit on this whole comedy thing, them people is getting coin. So this dude trying to get into comedy and say, oh, it ain't no money in there, probably because it's almost like trying to hear Martin Luther King do a comedy show. We don't want to hear that. It's almost like trying to hear Martin Luther King say, you know what, I'm going to take a break from the civil rights movement and do comedy. What? I mean, people will buy tickets because it's Martin, but Huh? Ain't nobody coming to see that. So, with that being said, y'all get the matter of fact, hold on, before we get into this, because y'all playing. Y'all really is playing in my face. Why won't have the lights up? Do we need a commercial break? Let's get this commercial break on here. Because y'all playing. We need a commercial break. So y'all get the lights up on the video. And then we're going to come back and we're going to get right into the show. Y'all, please, it's free. It literally don't cost you nothing to like the video. Let's get the commercial break up here and like the video.
Follow me, camera. But anyway, this video was for you dog ass, bald head, rainbow shopping hoes, no tire, AutoZone smelling assholes, Sherman Williams paint smelling assholes, direct no insurance, built ass bitches, stop sign booty having bitches, one West Side built bitches, chicken in a box looking hoes, oh yes, right way soul food built bitch, oh yes, graveyard to my right built bitch, oh yes, bitch you Popeyes on Paris Avenue built bitch, oh yes. Follow me, camera.
Follow me, camera. Y'all get the likes up. Get the likes up now. Shout out to rest in peace to Messy Maya. Rest in peace, cool. Rest in peace to Messy Maya, bro. That dude would have been phenomenal. He would have been astronomical in this day and age. But yeah, y'all get the likes up. Get the likes up. Let's get into the Let's get into the show. Nigga said, not the stop sign booty. Yeah, the stop sign booty. You Popeyes on Paris Avenue built hole. Yes. Shout out to Cool, man. He got unalive. He got killed. And it was so bad. They had that shit on. They somebody sent that shit to my inbox on Facebook. I'll never forget. I was so mad. I did not want to see that, bro. They killed that boy in the city, bro. And who gonna pop me? Because when we books everybody. Yes. I used to love Cool, bro. That he out the 7th wall too. Yay. Anyways, let's get into the clip of Tip talking about how he ain't making no money in comedy. And I'm telling you, it's not because comedy don't pay. It's because you trash. It says T.I. admits ain't no paper in comedy industry following his transition from hip hop. It says T.I. is getting real about the comedy business and how it differs from his illustrious hip hop career. The rapper turned comedian opened up with Young Jock Street's morning takeover, about the realities of transitioning from rap to stand-up performing. Ain't no paper, T.I. said, acknowledging the challenges of the comedy world. While he recognized the success of heavyweights such as Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle, and Cat Williams, T.I. was quick to point out that the path to success in comedy is a different journey, one that doesn't always guarantee the same rewards. It ain't a slope, it's a dip, he joked. Despite these challenges, the 44-year-old is not discouraged. He revealed that the joy he gets from performing jokes makes the effort worthwhile. I ain't even tripping because it's so much fun and I enjoy myself, he explained. That's the thing. When we had all the money in the world and the energy wasn't right, you know what I'm saying? He said, so I value my peace of mind to read the rest, log on the Baller Alert. Whatever. Let's get into the video. Hold on. Damn, it's still on mute. I think when I be muting one video, it automatically mutes the other one. All right, this him.
This ain't businessing yet. No. It's not the same as your music career. Ain't no paper. Man, listen, okay, you got your Kevin Hart's and your Dave Chappelle, your Cat Williams, and me.
And that's the problem. For you to name them great, phenomenal comics and then say "in me," nigga, they weren't laughing with you. They was laughing at you. Are you crazy?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it's the scale slide. Yeah. It ain't a slope. It's a dip. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, man, I ain't even tripping because it's so much fun and I enjoy myself. And the energy always just be, and that's the thing I think when we get older, when we done had money, cause we done had time where we had all the money in the world and the energy just wasn't right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, I just value my peace of mind and I just value good energy and being able to just enjoy myself. Earlier you said the business.
All right, so Tip is basically saying that even though he don't make no money, he got money so he can go pursue something that don't make him no money, which is comedy. This is the thing. All around America, especially Black America, we have always loved a good comedy show. Black people gonna go out to a comedy show. You don't even have to be a big comic. Black people love going to comedy shows, especially if you one of them top local comedians in your area. Black people gonna pull up to your show, period. All you gotta do is make a name for yourself and really be funny for real. I think the problem with Tip is Tip thought because he had success on the rap side, like most people who cross over do, that he was going to be able to have the same success in comedy simply because of how great he did on the rap side. Well, just maybe, comedy ain't your thing. Okay? If you ask me, and this is this is a great thing that you say, why he don't become an actor. That's weird to want to do comedy. Again, he was a better actor than comic on any given day. Tip is a much better actor than comic on any given day. He did great in what's that movie? He did great in Takers. He did great in the one where they be skating and all of that stuff. He was really good at that. If you really want to be honest, I think the next lane should have been acting for Tip. And I think Tip could have had probably some ATL. Thank y'all. I think that Tip could have had a great career in acting as he had. Oh, and American Gangsta. I forgot. He could have had a better career in acting than he did in comedy. And he definitely could have had probably an equal, or probably if he really put his mind to it, into acting than comedy. And he could have probably leveled the playing field from rapping to acting. Hell, look at Method Man. He's done it. But when you have the money where you could just pursue something that really don't make you no money, then I say go for it. But to sit down and say ain't no money in comedy and not give context to that, I think that's wrong. The context is, Tip, you're not funny. You're just not. You're just not funny, bro. I'm sorry. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but Tip, you are not funny, bro. You just not. There's nothing about, even on the show, you was a better playing father on the show, on You and Tiny show, then you're just not funny. You're just not. And to be honest, to be a comedian, especially to do stand-up, it's got to be in you, not on you. It's got to be in you and not on you. That's why stand-up is so hard, because some people can be funny, but then standing up in front of an audience telling jokes, that hit different. Being a stand-up comedian, it's got to be in you, not on you. Okay? And the fact of the matter is, everybody can't do it. They just can't. They just can't. That's why you have comedic actors, and then you have comedians. And you have some comedians who can become actors, but for the most part, it's a comedian or a comedic actor. And at the end of the day, you are a rapper, and I believe that you'll be a great actor. But comedy, I mean, hey, if you ain't worried about it not paying, that's on you, because you got the money. I don't. But all I'm saying is, don't get out here and tell people ain't no money in comedy when they got people making money in comedy. Make it make sense. Why would you lie to these folks? They got money in comedy. It's just you not. Hell, Tasha K doing comedy shows. And I know she must be doing something because she continuing to do them. Stop it. Stop it. It's money there. It's just you're not funny. And nobody want to hear you tell jokes. They want to hear you rap. Period, point blank. And that's just that on that. The fact that they laughed, when he said they got Dave Chappelle, they got Cat Williams. He said they got all these other people. He said, and then they got me. Now that was funny. Extremely hilarious is what that was. Boy, if you don't go sit your blackhead ass down, boy, somewhere, please go sit down. Okay. Now let's move on. Hold on. We got rid of that. All right. Let's go talk about Ashanti being canceled. Y'all canceled Ashanti, y'all. Y'all wrong for that. Y'all is wrong for that. Let me read some of these super chats. Get the likes up on the video, please. Miss Parker, thank you for the super chat. She says, happy birthday, 7 from the Mazvu. And chat is tomorrow. We're gonna celebrate tomorrow. Shout out to 7, my love. Miss Parker, thank you for the super chat. Dr. Vu, I like the sound of that. Oh, yes. Doctor, heavy on the doctor, light on the Vu. That's me. Chocolate Money, thank you for the super chat. Get the likes up, please, dolls and dons. Yes, please get the likes up. It's free, literally. And the Don, thank you for the super chat. T.I. thought, well, I already have a weird light-skinned looking wife. He would be a shoo-in for comedy. He definitely has a weird light-skinned looking wife, without a doubt. Like you can't even. He definitely. I guess he felt like he already had half the starter package, so he might as well just jump right out the window. Child, please. Child, please. And thank you, Nicole Oxendine, for the super chat. Is that how you say your name? Oxendine? For the super chat. You got me through the last 6 months. Now I'm back to work, and I just want to say thank you, Boo and the dolls. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad I can be of some assistance. Thank you so much. Yes. Let's get into it. Kelly says Tiny didn't used to be funny looking. She made herself that way. That's true. I think with the surgery and all that stuff she had, she made herself that way. But I think Tiny was gonna grow up to age like Milk anyway because she is half Milk. I think she was gonna grow up to look weird anyway. Not probably as weird if she didn't get the lips done and whatever else she got done, but I think that kind of added insult to injury. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let's move on. So, girl, they done canceled Ashanti, huh? This is what I want to know, and this is a real question. Hold on, let me put it up. I thought I had that on here. I don't. I can go get it. So this is the thing. This is a real question that I have. With all of us canceling everybody, right? Mind you, these are the same people who are pro-black, pro-support black people. These are the same people who voted for Scamala and said that, hey, we need to support her because she's black. Remember that? These are the same people going around canceling black people, especially ones who literally don't have nothing to do with what the hell going on. Now, Nelly went and did the doggone show. He's doing the inauguration. This is what we know. Nelly's doing the inauguration. He gave a bullcrap reason as to why he's doing it, saying he don't need the money, that it's an honor. And let me say this. I believe that it is an honor to Nelly to do the show. Some people, listen, get it through. I think black people have to get it through their heads. Everybody don't have to think the same. Y'all be the first people hollering black people aren't a monolith, but then be mad when they not a monolith. I don't get it. I don't like Scamala, but that don't mean the people who I enjoy their talent, who like Scamala, I'm going to boycott them because I don't like Scamala, but they do. That is so childish. That is so kindergarten, like sandbox type tease. So cancel Nelly because he says it's an honor. I think cancel him because if he was one of those people, if they lied to you and made it seem like they were doing one thing and then doing another, like Snoop, I'm all for the cancel. Cancel Snoop because he's leading you down a really bad path by lying to you and doing something completely different. They really is out here campaigning to cancel Nelly. All right, whatever. I don't agree with it, but whatever. But now y'all done flipped around and canceled Ashanti. Y'all was just over there praising the love and the adoration. But that's the fickle-mindedness of the internet and the people. Because now they done went around there and canceled Ashanti. Now listen, mind you, the girl do all her business in the chitlin circuit. And when I say the chitlin circuit, this is what I'm saying. That girl makes her money by going around to small venues and doing shows. That's how she make the money to feed her family. So Ashanti didn't go perform for Trump. Her husband did. And this is how ironic and stupid some people can be. These are the same people who would say she's supposed to support her husband, then penalize her because she support her husband, even though she ain't even say nothing. Ashanti ain't came out and opened her mouth. And now everybody's canceling Ashanti. Y'all letting these bots on the internet and these foreigners with a hard R on the internet literally come on this internet and gas y'all up under the neighborhood talk in the shade room. Those are bots and foreigners. I hope y'all know that, right? Y'all do know that y'all are following the leads of bots and foreigners. People who don't even have your best interests at heart telling you to go against your own people. And it's sick and it's sad. Start clicking on these people profiles who be in there saying them defamatory things and getting a whole bunch of likes. Start clicking on them profiles. You'll see it's foreigners and bots. And y'all just following whatever them people say or the bots are saying just because you in your feelings. That's crazy to me. So now we're going to cancel Ashanti because her husband is performing at the awards. But this is the irony of it. Y'all won't cancel Beyonce when the allegations came out about Jay-Z. I'm going to let that sit on y'all spirit. I'm going to let that sit on y'all spirit. This is why a lot of artists don't like to be close to the people. You know why? Because the people are so fickle-minded and the people are so wishy-washy. They love you today and they be leading the pitchfork to tear you down the next day. They love you today and be leading with the pitchfork to tear you down the next day. And it's sick. It's very sick. It's literally sick. Okay. Yeah. So some fan page now went on to unfollow Ashanti. Now these are the fan pages, and these fan pages unfollowed Ashanti. Now this caused people on social media, fan pages, to start saying that they are canceling Ashanti. The girl literally feed herself by doing small shows. So if that's somebody Black people can really cancel. Listen to me and listen to me good. Ashanti is a person that we really can cancel if we wanted to, because she literally makes all her revenue off of us. And the fact that y'all would turn around and cancel this girl, and that girl ain't never did nothing to y'all down bad and you're wrong. But it's a lot of broke, poor, disgusted, broken down mentally, spiritually, financially, and physically people anyway, who just want to see the next person down from the beginning. You never supported her if you're canceling her or for some. First of all, canceling, I don't like cancel culture at all. But to cancel this girl because of what her husband decided to do, the same husband y'all was just propping up talking about Black love, until the shit go left, then you gonna hate him. And it's led by bots and foreigners. That's insane to me. And it's sick. And it's why a lot of people at the bottom of the totem pole will remain there. And I don't just mean financially, economically, socially, physically, mentally, spiritually, all of it. And I don't care about none of these celebrities. It's just the principle of the thing. It's the principle of the thing. The girl got screwed over by Murder Inc. They took all the girl stuff, gave it over to J-Lo, created a whole new character. Okay? She had to damn near swindle her shit back, her music back. And y'all gonna sit up here and get mad at that girl from what her husband did? Y'all some dirty, low down, raggedy bitches. And that's just that on that. That lady ain't did nothing to none of y'all. All that lady do is mind her business and go make her money by doing her little shows. That's wrong. But again, Ashanti, it's probably a bunch of people who don't go to your shows anyway. Let's really talk about it. And also, it's probably a bunch of people who just want to see you down because they down. Period. Let's get into it. So it says, Ashanti News. This is the fan page. In light of recent news about Nelly and the decisions he has made, I can no longer run at Ashanti News or support the Haynes in the direction they are going. It's beyond disappointing. For over 20 years, it's been amazing connecting Ashanti fans around the world and sharing news, videos, photos. I will miss a lot of you. Take care. Ashanti, if I was you, go find somebody else to run you another fan page, Fed. Go find you somebody else to run you another fan page. Fuck them. Listen, the people fickle anyway. They saying cancel you tomorrow, but as soon as or today, give them a month or so and come back. That I wouldn't be without you, babe. Said I wouldn't be without you, babe. All them hoes. All my life, I've been searching for you, girl. Please go find you somebody else to make you 2 new fan pages to replace them and move around. Move around, because listen, the internet does what the machine tells it to do. That's what the internet does. Exactly what the machine tells it to do. So all you got to do is go get 2 more fan pages. I'm pretty sure that somebody want to step up to the occasion and leave Ashanti News where it's at. Start Ashanti News live. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get Ashanti News live and then start you another fan page. Ashanti News live, and what's the other one that canceled? What's the other one that canceled? So they got Ashanti News, Ashanti Daily and Ashanti Naya, whatever. Both of these are running Ashanti Daily and Ashanti News Live. Get you a Ashanti Daily Live and an Ashanti News Live, because you got to keep it close to what it was so the people can know where to find them at. And girl, go start you 2 more fan pages, please and thank you. Please and thank you. These are the facts. Everybody don't think like you. They got people politically who think different from you. Like, it's a thing. People think differently from you. Everybody don't like the left and everybody don't like the right. They got some people like me who don't give a damn about none of them. And it's okay. That's what makes us different. That's what makes us a people. If everybody were thinking the same and doing the same, we'd be sheep. And there's a group of people in our community that are sheep. But there are people who do different and think different. And that's okay. But to go to cancel the girl simply because y'all don't like that her husband decided to go do the inaugural ball or do the inaugural situation. These are the same women who promote the love, the black love that they have, and say that she's supposed to support her husband. Those are the exact same women. Y'all is lame as hell for that. Y'all is lame as hell for that. But if I was Ashanti, I would go find me 2 new pages and have them run my pages and let whoever that is go about their business. They'll be back. Trust me, they'll be back. Because this is what I know. They're not about to really cancel Ashanti. And if they do her the way that they did Chrisette Michelle, that'll be down bad. But again, you would say that they're going to get what's coming to them, but I'm pretty sure the people who doing that already have what's coming to them. Okay? Oh, this is a good one. I'm glad you brought this up. Mo, let's talk about it. When everybody was on code with the NFL, when we were kneeling, remember everybody was kneeling in the NFL? Y'all remember that? When Jay-Z went and signed Rock Nation with the NFL, y'all didn't cancel Beyonce because it's all bullshit is what it is. It's all bullshit. Because if y'all really cared about black people and justice, if this was really about that, y'all would have canceled Beyonce when he was signed with the NFL after the NFL had y'all out there kneeling looking a fool. Like, it's fake though. It's fake, and it's all based on who you are and basically how high they put you up on the God pole. That's what this is about. How high they put you up on the God pole. Because let's really be clear about this. Hold on. Let's really, really be clear about this. Listen. I think I put it on my Twitter. Hold on. I want to show you something. Get the likes up on the video, please. And thank you. Get the likes up on the video. Okay, I'll go find it. Let me show y'all something. There are reasons if you want to be upset at a celebrity and feel betrayed by a celebrity, do it because they literally betrayed you. Y'all had 80+% of the people go and vote Democrat. 80+% women, 70+% black men. You're never going to get 100% of anything. Never. It's never going to happen. What else do you want? Do you understand that people are going to think differently and do differently? Look at Snoop. Now, when Snoop went around here and told y'all this, hold on. When Snoop came and did this, hold on. Let me get him up here. Snoop came on here and gassed y'all up to make it seem like he was so pro-left and he hated Trump, and then turned around and at the inaugural ball. Look.
So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo ass niggas gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the fuck out one of you Uncle Tom ass niggas for doing it. Which one of you niggas gonna do it first? Osby's the one that performs for himself.
About noon, just thought that I had to be in Compton soon.
See, under the laws of treason, this would be why you would cancel somebody, because you led me astray on purpose. Okay? You led me astray on purpose. You lied to me. You gassed me. You told me you was going to do this, that, and the third. And then you turned around and did the exact opposite. You pushed me over this way while you went that way. That is betrayal. But y'all ain't going to cancel Snoop because you can't. You can't. Snoop is now propped up by the clears. Black people don't support Snoop like they did before. But y'all will go cancel this young girl who literally just over there trying to make her money and mind her business and take care of her family. That's down bad. This right here is a traitor. He betrayed you. He betrayed you. He betrayed you. But I don't hear this heavy on Snoop than it should be on. It's more heavier on Ashanti to me, it seems like, than it is on Snoop. And that girl is a small-time artist. She's not even over there making millions and millions of dollars. Hell, I felt Snoop was a traitor when he went down there to the doggone Olympics. I told y'all when Snoop was over there, I said that nigga done sold Negroes out. I told y'all. I said he sold y'all out. All this campaign that Snoop been doing to tell you how he hate Donald Trump, and he over there performing with and for Donald Trump. Just off the betrayal alone should make you want to be done with him. But not, nope. You gonna go get Ashanti, who ain't doing the performing. You gonna go get Ashanti and cancel that girl. Y'all is some dirty low down people. Y'all is dirty low down. Dirty low down. And again, you would say that the people gonna get what's coming to them, but they already got it. They already got it. Divine Empress, thank you for the super chat. 1K in the chat. Show Dr. Vu some love. Yeah, support. Hit the doggone like button. Thank you, Gypsy Hustle, for the super chat. If I was Ashanti, I would report their pages. Facts. I'm petty. Oh, you quit? Good. Let me report these. False flag them. Let me flag these pages real quick. Thank you. Appreciate it. The Don, thank you for the super chat. What's T? Is Irv Gotti run those fan pages? I would hope not. I would hope not. Girl, you never know though. Irv Gotti is obsessed with her. He really is. And Cosmic Sun Soul, thank you for the super chat. Black folks don't want to love our own like they do others. Why y'all outraged over silly things? Ashanti canceled. Love you down, Dr. Vu and Acorns. Girl, yeah. It's sad though. I really feel bad for my people. I really do. We so out of touch and we so diverse. At one point we had it, bro. I swear. At one point we was on. We were doing our thing. And I don't know, after the civil rights movement, girl, it's almost like our brains went downhill. I don't understand. I really don't understand. Get the likes up on the video. Shout out to Ashanti, girl. Go get you another, go get you 2 more fan pages and replace that one, girl, and move around. Don't let these folks get in your head, girl. Don't let these folks get in your head, girl. Put your shows up. Matter of fact, I think Ashanti coming to New Orleans for R&B night one of them nights or something like that. Or I think Keith Carroll or somebody having it on. Girl, go get your coin. Them people going to show up. Don't listen to them folks. Don't listen to them folks. Anyways, get the likes up on the video. So now I want to get to Joe Biden saying that Black Americans' history is Black history. You know what makes me upset about this? Is these people like to say this stuff on their way out the door after they've done nothing for Black Americans. Joe Biden, Donald Trump, all these celebrities have gone out of their way to literally ignore Black America. And then when they on their way out the door, they know all we need is some bullshit symbolism. That's really all we need. And all they got to do is give us some bullshit symbolism and we just going to fall back in love with them. And that's just literally what happens. It's like we fall for the okie doke, the banana in the tailpipe, like 90 going west. And it's exhausting. We act like we don't need validation from the clear people, but then applaud and give standing ovations when they give us validation. I don't understand that. Why are we like that? How are we, on the one hand, say we don't care about what the clear people say, we don't need validation from them, but as soon as he get on here and say that Black American culture is American culture or history, I'm sorry. Now it's, oh my God, see, he do care. What? We got nothing. We always love holding the bag. And we happy that Joe Biden said American history is African American history? Oh my God, we're off. But anyway, let's get into it because the people, listen, I'm telling you what I know, not what I think. The Shade Room and the Neighborhood Talk are FBI ran organizations. Allegedly. I believe. The Neighborhood Talk and the Shade Room, in my opinion, what I believe are FBI ran organizations. They're plants. I don't care what nobody says. Yes, psyops. They're plants. If you ain't heard it nowhere, you heard it here first. I believe, this is not what I know, this is what I believe. I believe that the Neighborhood Talk and the Shade Room are government plants in the Black community ran by foreigners with the hard R. The Breakfast Club too, them too. Yeah. See, they don't have to use people no more because we're in the age of social media. So all they got to do is get these social media platforms to cosplay. It works every time. Get these social media platforms to cosplay and then feed us the narrative. I believe that these platforms get bots. They pay for the bots. I believe they pay for the bots and they pay for the people to just come in there and incite the bullshit. When you go to the comments of all of these platforms, both the Shade Room, the Neighborhood Talk, and even the Breakfast Club and all those type of platforms, I believe that they pay people to go in there to say some crazy outlandish stuff to get the people to bite on it, and it works. Okay? I'm telling you, I believe it. I don't know it to be a fact. That's just what I believe. Okay? If just start paying attention, you'll understand why I'm saying what I'm saying. But let's get into Joe Biden talking about how, and there's another thing too. These pages never posted political stuff up until recently. Now it's political. Look, all it is political. Like, come on now. PSYOP, I'm telling you. Let's get into him acknowledging Black Americans, girl.
This museum is so important because it embodies the trauma and the triumph of the African American experience. And it embodies the truth that Black history is American history. Black culture is American culture. And while there are those who want to erase history, some injustices are so heinous that they can never be buried, no matter how hard people try. We must know the good, the bad, and the truth about who we are. That's what great nations do. And we're a great nation. We're unique among nations. Our nation is not based on religion, ethnicity, or geography, or some ethnic component. We're the only nation in the world, the only one, history of the world, built on an idea. The idea was we're all created. This museum is so important.
And you notice, before we move on, hold on, you notice, look at the people in the background. Let me show you how imagery is so powerful. Now, he on there talking about how Black American history is American history, right? Look at the people behind him. They dressed in African garb. Pay attention, because these museums be lying to y'all too. Why y'all go running down to these museums? They be lying. They give you a little bit of truth with a whole lot of lie. Listen, look. He got Black women behind him dressed in African garb. Mind you, we are already on the movement that we ain't from no damn Africa. Some of us are still there, but the movement is already on. We ain't from no Africa. As a matter of fact, let me get my sound bite up here. Y'all don't understand how imagery works, but just in case it might have fooled somebody on the chat right now, let me get my sound bite up here.
You talk more shit than a little bit. Back to Mother Africa. That's bullshit. Without question, we are all Black Americans. You do not know a goddamn thing about Africa. I am from Detroit, Motown. So you can want Tootsie your monkey ass back to Africa if you want to.
We've already started the movement of realizing through our genealogy and through other things that we didn't come from Africa, bro. But now he got black women behind him with the African head wrap and the African garb, and he's calling us African Americans because he refused to acknowledge that we are now calling ourselves Black Americans, but neither here nor there. And African American history is American history. And now he's at the museum because he wants y'all to come down to the museum and get all those lies that they got filled in the museums. Because I bet you they ain't got that Gullah Geechee, the truth about the Gullah Geechee down there in the museums. But that's not the here nor there. Okay. So he want everybody to come on and see in the imagery, even with what he's not saying, even with what he's saying. If you take that away, if you look at the women behind him, it reinforces the idea that we come from Africa. Joe Biden don't give a goddamn about Black American or African American or any type of history. He don't give a damn about that. They control the history, his story. They control that. Lock, stock, and barrel. He don't give a damn about Black American history or that museum. It's all a bunch of lies anyway in there. They're playing you. And the fact that we are just so excited that Joe Biden said Black history is American history is crazy to me. Who gives a fuck what he say? I don't care. Acknowledging that does nothing for me. It does nothing for my people. We already knew that. It's almost like when they unveiled the Black Jesus. Okay, not all, but most Black people already knew that. We didn't need you to unveil a new Black Jesus. We already knew he was Black. We read the scripture. Skin, the color of bronze, hair woolly. We already knew that. We didn't need Vladimir Putin to unveil the Black Jesus. We already knew. But here we are applauding the fact that a clear man, I don't care which one it is over here telling us that Black history is American history. Duh, motherfucker. If it wasn't for Black history, if it wasn't for Blacks, there would be no America. Let's talk about it. America would be a third world country if us Black Americans were not here. They couldn't do none of that. None of the stuff that they've done, they could not have done on their own. Building, and I don't mean just physically. I'm talking about all together. We were the first engineers. We were the first doctors. We were the first scientists. We were the first astrologers. Hell, Freemasonry comes from us. Everything that they have come from us. That's why they conquered over here. So we know that American history is Black history. I didn't need to hear that from Crime Bill Joe. I didn't need to hear that. And the fact that we get instant simple gratification from that, I'll be really like about to pull my hair out. Like, what is wrong with us? Even Hitler said that America has a hold of God's precious jewels. What you think he was talking about? What you think he was talking about? I need us to wake up. Who gives a damn about him saying that? Okay, good. Since you know that, why don't you acknowledge that and treat us as such? What tangibles can we get from that? Absolutely nothing. The Neanderthals and the Negropeans came over here and learned from us. It wasn't the other way around. Everything that we know about society comes from America. All these new places in Africa, all these new places all over this, that come from here. This here, what you're standing on is the motherland. So I don't get the big, I don't know. I don't quite get it. It says, on our last full day in office, Jill and I wanted to be in South Carolina. Of course you did. We started this morning in church to reflect on the power of faith. And here are International African American Museum. We reflect on the power of history in redeeming the soil of our nation. Let me tell you something, and you could debate your mom. Clear Christians do not believe the same thing as Black Christians. That's why when the KKK came in front of your door, they burned the cross. They don't even teach the same thing. They don't believe the same thing. As a matter of fact, in their faith, they believe that you're nothing but a subservient slave. They justify your slavery through the book. Hell, they got us justifying our own slavery through the book. So there's that. And him going, and I'm so tired of y'all letting these clear people go sit in these churches and act like they really give a damn about you. They only coming around for campaign reasons or for photo ops. Like, come on now. Like, when are we going to catch up to this? When are we going to realize that we're being played? Like, it's just, I fear for my people. I really do. But you know what? It's a slow process. We waking up. It's just slow. It's just slow. It's just slow. It's just slow. That's all I'm gonna say. But when we realize as my people, I'm talking about Black Americans, when we realize how great we are, and not even realize it, really take in and understand how great we are, bruh. And that's what they're trying to keep down. That's why they keep these whack ass museums. That's why they keep these whack ass MLK holidays so they can go sit down in the Black church and keep you all distracted. And that's why they got these social media platforms with these foreigners over there lying to you. And it's sick and it's sad. And I can't wait till the day my people get up and understand that we've been played. Malcolm did say it's gonna happen though. He did. He said it's gonna become a time where my people are gonna be politically educated. And it's gonna be rough for the people out there. Thank you for being a member for 9 months, Esther. She says, happy Monday, Vu. And chat, thank God we made it. Acorn family. Yes. Yes. Thank you so much, Esther, for the super chat. For being a member for 9 months. That's dope too. Thank you so much. You know what? I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to Tasha K. But I got an email saying thank you for your payment. Listen, I was on Tasha K Live to see that interview she did with Ronnie, right? So I got the email. And it ain't no bad thing, but I ain't gonna lie. That y'all ever had a direct deposit you wasn't expecting to hit? Not a direct deposit, but automatic payment. And when you see it, you be like, girl, when them people sent me that email yesterday talking about thank you for your payment. Bitch, I was like, what? On my mama. I was like, wait, I ain't canceled that. Shout out to Tasha K though, because I'm on here for another month. I'm going on there and get my money's worth. I'm going on there and get my money's worth, bro. Shout out to Tasha K, but I ain't gonna lie. When that email came through, woo! I was like, wait, what? Shout out to Tasha K. She got some exclusive content on there, though. I wanted to go over there and see that other interview she did. And I'm going to go see it. Shit, I didn't just pay for it. I'm going to go over there and see that other interview she did with that Black lady who was lifting up that clear man. And the whole time, he's just a bum. I'm going to go over there and check that out. Gypsy Hustle, thank you for the super chat. For us to be 13% of the population, we are a main topic. Exactly. And, ooh, that's another thing. Listen. When we get that part out, when we learn that, shit, it's gonna be a reckoning. I'm telling you, we ain't no 13%, girl. They just like playing with us. And thank you again for the super chat. Bringing up our trauma without payment is malice. That part, that particular part, acknowledging your trauma, but then turn around and ain't doing nothing about it. That's crazy. Insanitary at this point is what it is. It's insanitary at this point. Because, girl, ain't no way. Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way, ain't no way, ain't no way. So moving on to the last topic, I wanted to touch a little bit more on the Naziah Harris case. So Naziah Harris, I know y'all know about this. Naziah Harris is the young lady who was unfortunately unalived by her aunt's boyfriend. She was a young girl, not a young lady, not a young woman. She was a baby is what she was. She was a young girl who was unfortunately unalived by her aunt's boyfriend. And I'm telling you something about that aunt and something about that that grandmother don't sit right with me. I do believe that they were both also abused. And I think that that's why the abuse repeated. But I do believe that that's not an excuse for them to turn around and do the same thing allegedly to Naziah Harris, or have those things done to her and not care about it. Okay. Now I want to show y'all this. So somebody had pointed out that the refrigerator, apparently the refrigerator had a lock on it. Hold on. Now, hold on.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I gotta turn this off because I can't do the music on YouTube. So Naziah is doing a lot of TikToks. I showed y'all on Instagram. Her Instagram, she had 2 Instagrams that we know of. And both of the Instagrams had nothing but her dancing. That's all she did. So it was obviously she loved to do the little TikTok. You know how they do little TikTok dances, right? Now, somebody said in the background that the refrigerator had a chain on it, like a lock. Yes. They're saying that behind Naziah, as she's dancing, there's a lock on the refrigerator. I hate that nobody brightened up these doggone videos so that we can see. I might have to do that myself, but there was a lock on the back on the refrigerator, right? And people noticed that as Naziah was doing her dance thing or whatever, and they were just like, "What the hell, y'all in there locking the refrigerator?" And it's like 6 kids living there. And I'm over here saying, you got to be a nasty, dirty, down bad person to lock a refrigerator with kids there. Now, I get it. Sometimes kids be in and out the refrigerator. I get that. But to put a lock on the refrigerator, do you know psychologically what that would do to a child, to anybody really, but especially a child? You locking up food so they can't go and get food? Are you, Granny, was Annette cooking every day and making sure they had food on the table so that they wouldn't run in and out the refrigerator to get like snacks or something? It would be one thing if she, and I still don't agree with the lock, but it would be one thing with her saying, y'all not about to keep going in and out of my refrigerator. They got dinner cooked. If you're hungry, they got red beans and rice or whatever. Like my mom used to say, if you're hungry, they got red beans and rice on the stove. Y'all go eat that. Y'all not about to run in and out this refrigerator eating up all the groceries. I get that, but my mom ain't never put no lock on the refrigerator. It's given from the looks of these folks. I don't even know if Granny was in there cooking, making sure them kids had a whole meal to eat. Hell, she was dropping them off for breakfast, and that's one thing, because we used to like going to eat breakfast at school. We did. My mama didn't really make breakfast because we loved to get up in the morning and be at school for breakfast. But what I did know was when we came home, we had a hot meal on the stove. Even if it was leftovers from the day before, we had a hot meal on the stove. So what I don't understand is why they are locking up this refrigerator. Now, I'm not going to lie. I didn't see the lock, and maybe because it's too dark. But then Shannon comes back and responds to it and basically confirms that they do have a lock on the fridge. Shannon says, since y'all, this was last year in February, since y'all all seem to be struggling with this concept, let me help clarify. By state law, personal refrigerators can have locks/chains as long as the children have access to the refrigerator at all times. Good morning. This is the mindset of the people that we're talking about. She's justifying them putting chains on the refrigerator by saying per law you could do it. What? If they doing stuff like that, I feel bad for them kids in that house. What else were they in that house doing to them kids? What? What else was happening inside of that house to where y'all justifying putting chains on the refrigerator? That's insane to me. But that speaks to the character of the people. Because my girl Shannon got on here and said, per law, you could do that. So stop trying to spread something bad like we doing something bad. Putting locks on a refrigerator? Are you serious? Let's get into a little bit of some of these people and some of this story with Naziah for y'all who hadn't seen it, just in case.
It's incredibly sad, incredibly unspeakable, and we want to bring justice to her and her family.
A 41-year-old man made a 12-year-old girl think she was in love with him, but when she told him she was pregnant, he took her life and made the girl disappear from this world.
Naziah!
I'm looking for my cousin that's missing. She a 13-year-old girl.
12-year-old Naziah Harris was last seen getting off the school bus at the corner of Cornwall and 3 Mile Road in Detroit on January 9th last year. According to evidence found by the police, Harris was already 2 months pregnant when he went missing. Although Harris has not been found yet, numerous pieces of evidence indicate that she has passed away. Jarvis Ramon Butts, 41, is facing multiple felony charges for taking Harris's life. He is the father of an unborn child. The court revealed that Butts had been S.A. Harris since 2022, and they met because Butts was Harris's aunt's boyfriend. The court disclosed the disturbing information that Butts sent to Harris before her disappearance. In the message, Harris told Butts that she was pregnant and talked about encountering trouble at school due to her baby and seeking help from Butts. Butts killed her to evade responsibility and tried to cover up the evidence. According to reports, this is not the only S.A. case in which Butts was involved. The prosecutor claimed that he had targeted women and befriended them in order to approach their daughters and S.A. them. Butts' trial is scheduled to begin on January 16th. What kind of punishment do you think Butts should receive?
Can I say this? Because we talked about this a little bit yesterday. Women have failed their daughters. The men are nasty creeps who are doing this, but ultimately it's a tag team effort and women are failing their daughters. A lot of times as women, I've seen this happen many times. Some women put their happiness before their children. That's why you get a lot of mother-daughter situations like today, where these kids, these daughters and mothers keep getting into it. I've even seen mothers say, "You just want my man," like type stuff. You know what I mean? And those are the mothers who invite these type of men into their lives. Now, I don't think that they do it on purpose, but when you put the man before your child, typically that's the type of man you invite in, because what he knows is he can have his way and you're going to have his back and not your child's. That's how that works, right? So Jarvis Butts goes to Shannon, the aunt. He has 5 babies with her. He told her that about his past, so she knew. She chose him. And then she gets on these things and saying, "Oh, I chose my children." No, you didn't. You chose the nigga. You never chose your children. Because if you were choosing your children, you wouldn't procreate with them. I see this also often, where these women fail their daughters and fail their kids. Because it ain't just young girls who getting touched on. Young boys are getting touched on too. They just don't say nothing. Everybody around Naziah, failed her. Everybody around her failed her. But I just think that as a community, we got to come and have that uncomfortable conversation. The fact that boy got close to that lady so that he can get to her niece, there's some responsibility she got to take on that. Because they got a lot of women who do that all the time. And even if they don't essay your child, there's a lot of women who put their own needs before the needs of their kids, and they invite people who are manipulative like that in their lives all the time. I want to move to, I think it's the sister. Hold on. No, before we get to him, I want to get to the sister. Now, I told y'all, this is Jarvis's sister. This is what I know. This is why I say the women failed this child. I talked about it yesterday, but I couldn't find a clip. The sister knew that her brother was a creep and a weirdo and an essayer. Nobody's going to tell me different. You know, everybody knows the person in their family who's the creep, especially if you're the sister of said creep, okay? But this is the thing. This is what typically happens. When these men go and get these new women, the family normally don't warn these women. And then, honestly, most of the time it don't matter anyway, because they still going to get what they nigga. Because all they care about is having a man, right? That's that having a piece of man is better than having no man at all type mentality, okay? So, with that being said, the sister knew who her brother was long before he ran across any of these women. She knows the history of him. That's her sister. That's his sister. He had a baby by a grown woman at 13 years old. You don't think the sister knew that? Now, the sister won't get on here and testify that she seen Naziah at the shop and she thought it was weird, and she asked him about it, and he said that Naziah was the niece of King, which is his business partner. Knowing the history of your brother, right then and there, you should have been trying to find who Naziah's parents are, or at least going to the police saying, "Hey, I know how my brother is. There's a young girl at this shop that should not be here. I'm afraid for her safety because this is the track record of my brother. Y'all got to do something about it." That's what should have happened. Not after Naziah goes missing. Now I'm going to call the police and say, this is what I know. No. See, the way it works is, you know your nasty ass brother. So what you're supposed to do is, when you see that little girl and you say, who is that? And he said, that's King's little niece. Knowing how nasty and filthy your brother is, you should have been going to tell somebody. You should have been going, who is that little girl mama? Let me go talk to her mama. Because I know my brother. I know my brother. And if your daughter is anywhere around my brother, it's a high likely chance that he's over there doing something he have no business to her, because this right here is his track record. I'm not letting the sister get a pass because she called the police. Because she called the police too late. You knew your brother before anybody else in this whole situation. You know him better than anybody in this situation. And you did nothing. Even though you saw that little girl there, you did nothing. She don't get no pass in my book. She don't get no pass. No passes are given to this lady. None. Let's get into her testimony. Peep it out.
I called Shannon Harris and I asked her for Sergeant Jones' phone number.
Okay. And
now you crying.
Whew. So again, January 9th is the last time that anyone's seen or heard from Naziah. And Jarvis is the last person that she is confirmed to have been with. Which leads me to the second thing that you need to know about this case. And that is, while the case is circumstantial, the circumstances are pretty strong. This picture of Naziah was taken the day that she went missing. And pay attention to her glasses because it turns out Jarvis asked one of the mother of his children if he could borrow her car. But when he returned it, he left something in there.
when is it that Mr. Butts borrowed your vehicle?
January 9th.
Hold on.
He called and asked if he can use my car to do something with this stuff. I didn't get home till about 9 o'clock and he came to my house.
Hold on, that's the baby mama. Let's go to the sister. I'll go to the sister. Hold on. This here's the sister's testimony. Now she's gonna talk about how she saw Naziah there, but if she asked him about it, hold on, she asked him about it, and he said it was King's niece. Look,
Parallel with the road.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you draw a T where your truck was?
My car?
Yeah, your car was.
Can I?
Yes.
hold on.
And then put an air.
Went missing.
Oh, let me back up.
And Ms. Butts, where did you know Jarvis to work?
He worked at a shop on Warren and F, called Frank's, and then he moved to a shop on Hopper and Connors. I don't know the name of it.
And Ms. Butts, do you remember talking to Detroit police back on February 26, 2024?
Yes.
And what
She talked to the police February 26th. The girl was missing since the beginning of January. Keep that in mind. She talked to the police February 26th. That little girl was missing in January. I want to say after the 1st, right? Pay attention. It took her a month and some change to go down to the police. Look.
Reason that you went and talked to Detroit police?
I had reason to believe that I saw Naziah the day she went missing.
Now pause. Think about it like this. You got a brother who's a creep. You already know he done been in and out of jail for this stuff. This is what he does. You seen the little girl at the shop by your brother. You asked your brother who that was. He said, that's King's niece. You was already suspicious. The day you found out that little girl was missing. Why wouldn't you go down to the police? I love my brothers. But if I had a brother like that and a little girl go missing, I'm going immediately. What you mean? Let's just say she couldn't find Naziah's parents and she couldn't go to nobody to say, who is this child and why is she over here at this shop? Why you wait till February 26th to go to the police? The little girl was missing since they say January 9th. January 9th. Somebody said she didn't find out till January 13th. Okay, so then why you went on the 26th then? You should have been going on the 13th. And listen, I don't believe that. These towns are, listen, people talk, bro. You're not about to tell me that lady didn't know that Naziah was missing till a month and some change later. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Them people talk. All them people is connected in some type of way. She knew that little girl was missing from the moment they started putting them flyers up, at least. No way. No way. I don't believe it. I know what she's saying, but I don't believe it. I think she's saying that so it won't look so bad. Well, I didn't know till the 13th. And then it took me 13 more days for me to go down to the police. What? Ma'am, are you okay? But let me get back in her testimony.
Tell me about that. What makes you believe that you saw Naziah on the day she went missing?
Where do you want me to start? It's a lot.
So, from the very beginning, where is it that you think you saw Naziah?
At the shop on Harbor and Commerce.
Okay, and whose shop is that?
My brother Jarvis Butts and his partner.
Okay. What's the reason you were at your brother's shop that day?
Something was wrong with the car that I was driving, and I just needed him to check it out to make sure it was safe for me to drive.
Okay. Do you recall about what time did you go to Jarvis's shop that day?
About 4 p.m., give or take a few minutes.
Okay. And around what time did you leave?
Somewhere between 6 and 6:30.
Okay. And what is it that you noticed while you were at the shop?
So it's a two car, like garage. So I was sitting outside of the shop in my car because they were working on another car on the inside. As I sat there for the time that I was there, I kept seeing a little girl get in and out of his truck, going to the gas station and going back to his car.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop you right there. Whose car are we talking about?
My brother.
Okay, and what kind of car was it?
The Cadillac Escalade.
Now, mind you, you know your brother is a perv, and you see this little bitty girl going back and forth, getting in and out of his car. Are you serious, bro? Are you serious? People are saying that somebody said they're not asking her the probing questions because this is just a trial. This is just a hearing to see if they're going to take it to trial. In the trial, that's when they're going to ask the probing questions. Right now, it's just to convince the judge to even send it to trial. So they just need to get enough information out there to make the judge say this definitely needs to go to trial. And that's what she did. So when the actual court hearing comes, that's when you'll get in the nitty gritty of a lot of this stuff. But back to what I was saying. Your brother is a perv. You know that more than anybody. And there's a little bitty girl getting in and out of his vehicle. A little bitty girl going back and forth in his vehicle. You know what your brother is capable of. Hell, you've seen some stuff. You probably done heard some stuff that most people don't know. And you only thought that it was suspicious and then that's it. I'm telling you, this is a collective effort. This stuff, it don't just be one person. They got to have people aiding and abetting them.
Okay. Do you remember what color?
Kind of like a pearl white, off white cream color.
Okay, and you said you described this as a two garage shop.
Yes.
I ain't even know a defense attorney or no prosecutor. I'm sorry, but if I was a prosecutor, I would eat her ass up on that. I have her crying. I would eat her ass up on that stand. Oh, girl, I ain't even no attorney. I just know common sense. I would eat her alive. Do you hear me? She would walk off the stand twitching at the knees. Cause it's just so easy. Every single person, everybody up there giving their side, girl, I would tear them down to the ground. And I ain't even no lawyer. I just watched Law and Order and Matlock back in the day. But boy, I would eat her alive. Do you hear me?
Okay. And I want to approach with people's Exhibit 7.
Okay. Hold on.
Right here, I was parked facing, I don't know what direction it is, but going towards Bryant. I was like in front, but outside.
Okay, so you were kind of parked parallel with the road.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you draw a T where your truck was?
My car?
For that direction. Did you see any clothing?
I did.
Okay. Did anything about the clothing stick out to you that you remember?
I just remember her having on a colorful jacket.
Okay. And what door, which side do you remember seeing her getting in and out of Jarvis's truck? Or did it change?
I don't really remember.
Okay, that's okay. So you said you mostly remember a jacket, a colorful jacket.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I'm going to show you what's marked as People's Exhibit 2, which is already admitted, and People's Proposed Exhibit 10. You understand my approach?
Yes. Now she's going to show her the jacket.
Handing you what's marked as People's Exhibit 10.
Any objection?
Okay, facing the back.
Yeah.
Okay. And you said that you saw this little girl with this jacket on getting in and out and going into the gas station?
Yes.
Okay. Did you know who this little girl was at the time?
No.
Okay. Is there a time that you ever get out of your car?
Yes.
And what do you do?
I needed to use the restroom, so I asked his partner if I could use the restroom. He told me to go and tell him in the gas station. And as I was walking towards the gas station, she was walking in front of me going into the gas station.
Okay. So about how far in front of you was she?
I would say maybe where the gentleman in the gray blazer is behind.
Why not stop that little girl and say, hey, who you here with? Because that's what I would have did. Hey, little girl. Hey, how you doing? Who you here with? You here with your, or even if you here with your mama, your daddy, who you here with? Oh, I'm here with Jarvis. That would have been like red flag, like I'm nosy. I would have stopped the little girl and said, hey, how you doing? Who you here with? Your mom over there? Your daddy over there? This is crazy. Knowing your brother's a perv. That's the part.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit further. I'm not really sure about that distance.
From where you are to him?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, boy, I'm really bad at estimates.
20, 25 feet.
Yeah, I would agree with about 20, 25 feet. And you said you never got a chance to see this little girl's face.
No.
Was there anything else about her that you can remember?
I just remember her being kind of small, like outside of just seeing her get in and out of the car. When I was walking towards her, I was like, she's tiny, and I just remembered the coat.
Okay. Tiny, like in what way? Like tiny, skinny, short?
Kind of skinny and short.
Okay. And did you ever ask Jarvis who the little girl was?
Yes.
And what did he tell you?
He told me, and I can't remember if it was this exact word or he said it's my partner's niece.
So then why, if it's your partner's niece, why is she getting in and out your car? That's what I would have, well then if that's King niece, then why is she getting in and out your car? What the hell is going on? So wait. He telling you that's King niece, but you watching this little girl get in and out your brother's car. Make it make sense. Come on, bro.
or he said it was King's niece.
Okay, but you knew who he was referring to?
Yes.
Okay. Did you think anything of it at the time?
No.
You didn't listen to what she described. She described this little bitty girl getting in and out of her brother's car. Mind you, she knows the background of her brother. She describes this little girl getting in and out of the car. She see this girl going in and out of the gas station. She know the background of her brother. She asked her brother who the little girl is. He say that's King Lanice. And they say, you ain't see nothing, since you ain't think nothing of it? No. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Nobody on here gonna make me believe. Come on, man. Man, look. Every single way, or every single time that an intervention could have happened for Naziah, it never happened. I'm not on the side of she did the right thing. To me, she's just as bad as everybody else. You didn't think nothing of that? Knowing your brother's a perv and has a history of being with little babies and little girls? But you ain't seen nothing. Fine. Okay.
And what is it that made you think something? Was there a time where you thought something different?
Yes.
Okay. And what is it that made you think something different?
I received phone call, a video call from one of his kids' mom, and she told me about some things that happened on Valentine's Day, and then she sent me a video of a podcast about my brother.
Okay. And
so this sounds to me that one of his baby mamas called her mad about him either with another bitch or didn't bring her none for Valentine's Day. And now we want to talk about his allegations against the little girl. That's what it sounds like to me. What you mean she sent me something about something that she was talking to me about what happened on Valentine's Day? What does that have to do with this little girl? Because Naziah was gone for Valentine's Day. She wasn't even there. She was missing during Valentine's Day. So it took mad day for one of the baby mamas to call you and be like, yeah, that nigga, he did X, Y, and Z. So since he won't roll it out, I'm about to roll it out. Yeah, look at what the people is online saying about him. None of them gave a damn about this little girl. None of them gave a damn about this baby. None of them. None of them. Mad Day. I told you the truth come out in a joke in Mad Day. How many times I tell y'all that? Mad Day. Oh, Valentine's Day came. The nigga ain't pull up. You must have went online and seen the bitch posting her and him or something like that. Oh, you with the other bitch? Okay, bet. Now I'm about to call your sister and tell your sister you out here perving again with these babies. And one of them happened to be missing. That's that Mad Day shit right there. I can't stand a Mad Day bitch. I can't stand a Mad Day bitch. A bitch will hold on to some real pertinent information and wouldn't say nothing and waiting on Mad Day. All these people could have intervened and helped this little girl. All of these people. Mad Day is when you call and tell her. And I don't believe the sister didn't know. Stop it. Stop the cap. I don't believe you didn't know up until then. Stop it. Listen, black neighborhoods, and we already know how it is. Black people live in a small bubble. It could be a large area, but a small bubble. You know, Rory, who got a baby by Keisha, Tasha, and Kiana. You may not know Keisha and Kiana personally, but you know of Keisha and Kiana because your brother Kevin went to school with Keisha and your little sister Rari went to school with Kiana. And you know that Kiana, even though you never had a conversation with Kiana, you know all about how Kiana trifling around there with them children. Kiana don't take care of her kids. She got 3-4 baby daddies. You know that Keisha got a good job, but they say her little boy around there selling drugs. You know. Stop it. I don't care how big the place is. You know. Stop it. If word was out that that little girl was missing, she knew off the cuff. You not about to tell me she didn't find out till the baby mama called her on mad day. You a damn lie and the truth ain't in you. You know, word of mouth spread faster than the mud in the black community. You know who shot Ray Ray. You know who sold them drugs to Mr. Earl that got him killed. The hood knows. There's nothing the hood don't know. We know. We know. We might not tell the police, but we know. Because word travel faster than goddamn light in the hood. And if you don't know personally, you know somebody who know it. And if you don't know somebody who know it, you know somebody who know it personally. You get it? She don't get no pass from me. The baby mama only spreaded it out on Mad Day. That's when she sent you the podcast with the brother who I shared yesterday. Sick, bruh. Sick. And I can't wait till the trial. Oh, I'm going to be seated. I hope whatever prosecutor they got, tell y'all hoes a new one. Every single one of y'all. The auntie, the sister, all of the baby mamas. Well, the fiance looked like she may or may not have known, but I'm throwing you in there just in case anyway. I hope they tell y'all a new. I hope they go get the top to tear this whole thing down.
What did you do as a result of receiving those things?
I called Shannon and I asked her for Sergeant Jones' phone number.
Okay. And who's the Shannon that you called?
His kid's mom.
Shannon Harris?
Yes.
Okay. Do you do anything before you go and talk to Sergeant Jones?
Yes.
Okay. What is it that you do?
Okay, so after having a conversation with Shannon Harris and his other kid's mom, I was informed that his partner King, I guess something happened where the
Objection, this is hearsay.
There's not a statement yet, Judge.
Being informed.
I'm not sure what she's even about to say.
Okay, just to the extent that it's informed of someone else's statement.
You might have to object in a couple moments.
You need to speak up.
If you can stand up
Please.
and make your objection.
Yes, just objecting to the fact that she was informed of something. It appears this might be hearsay. But we'll see.
Yeah. Could you finish what you were saying? I don't know where you were going with this.
I'm trying to remember where I left. Okay, so after talking to Shannon Harris and his other kid's mom, I was informed of some things that had taken place Valentine's Day. So they told me that his partner King.
Okay, so at this point, this is hearsay. They told me in the lack of personal knowledge the things that she was informed of.
Can I finish?
1 second. What is an objection?
I'm
Everybody-
sorry.
The witness
Sorry.
has to stop talking.
So based on those, do you go and talk to someone else?
Yes.
Okay. Who do you go and talk to?
His partner King
Okay. And where is it that you go and talk to King at?
at the shop on Harper and Connors.
Okay. And without telling me what King said, kind of describe what was your conversation about?
Well, I went to see what happened and what was going on. During that time, I told him that I had never seen any little girl at my brother's shop besides my nieces, outside of the little girl that I saw getting out of his truck that day.
Okay.
And you told this to who?
King.
Okay.
And
she nervous as hell.
Who was King again?
His business partner.
Okay. And do you know his government name?
I believe it's Cordero or something like that. I just always call him King.
Okay. So you went and told him that you hadn't seen anyone out at the shop besides your nieces and then the one little girl you saw that one day.
Yes.
Okay. Did you ask him about that little girl?
Well, I didn't ask him about it. After I said that to him, he told me.
Objection, Your Honor, this is going to be hearsay again.
Judge, it's going to go to the effect on the listener.
There could be an exception. I don't know what she's saying. So you might as well just stay standing up. Go ahead, say what you were going to say.
After I mentioned to him that I had only saw my nieces and one particular little girl, he then told me that that was Naziah that I saw that day and I was there.
Listen, this case is going to be wild. This case is going to be wild. So King knew the little girl was missing. They all conversing amongst each other. Mind you, this before she going to the police. So the baby mama called her on Mad Day, mad about Valentine's Day something, told her about her brother. She called Shannon, said, Shannon, give me the number of the detective. But before she goes straight to the detective, she goes back to the shop to ask King who that little girl was, because I've only seen my nieces around here. And King told her, yeah, that was Naziah. So now you're going to the police? We're going to come back to her tomorrow, because we're going to cover little bits and pieces of this. I want to go to the partner, King. It wouldn't surprise me if he in on this shit too. Hold on. It wouldn't surprise me if he in on this too. Let's get the business partner up here. Cause see, the business partner got on there acting like he know. First of all, he acted like he couldn't find Jarvis in the doggone thing. He couldn't find him. But he's gonna talk about how they saw the little girl walking. They were going to an auto parts store. He saw the little girl walking. Well, he didn't see him. He said Jarvis saw him, and they picked the little girl up, and they just went on about their business, fixing cars, counting up money, and all of that stuff. At the end of the day, with the little girl. Hold on. Let me turn this volume off. Girl, it's sad. Hold on. I want to show y'all this. Again, if there is a hell, the way that the book says, there's a special place in there for these people. A very, very special place for every single person around this lady, this little girl, I'm sorry, failed her. Every single one. Not one left unscathed. They all failed her. Every single one of them failed her. Period, point blank. Get the likes up.
Forgot something. So we ended up turning back around, going back to AutoZone, grabbed whatever we forgot, came back. And on our way back, we was coming down Harper. Jarvis said, I see my niece right there. She walking.
Y'all can't see it.
We pulled into Angel's liquor store. I still didn't see her. He pointed across my face, said she right there. She was coming across the street at that time. She got in the truck with us. She spoke. Hi, King. Hi, Jay. And we proceeded back to the shop.
Who's driving?
Jarvis.
Okay, and where are you at?
Passenger seat.
Okay. And you said when you guys are heading back to the shop the second time,
Mm-hmm.
that's when you said Jarvis spots someone?
Yes.
Who does he say that he spots?
His niece.
His niece, okay. And do you recognize his niece?
Yes, when I see her, when he pointed her out to me, yes, I recognize her walking across the street.
Okay. And so you guys pull over. Where does she get into the car at?
I believe she getting behind me. So the back seat behind me.
Okay. Does Jarvis say anything to her?
Yeah, she speaks to both of us and we speak back.
Okay. What does he say to her?
Hi.
What is his niece doing while you guys are working on the shop, at the shop?
I believe she's on her cell phone, I believe.
Out of the counters.
Opened up the shop door where he left. He left his truck in one of the bays, so we opened up that bay door, went through the gas station, because that's the way we entered the shop. Went through the gas station, opened the shop, opened one of the bay doors, I went to the back and started splitting the money that we had made for the day, and separating the receipts, etc.
Where do you see his niece go?
Get in this truck.
Do you recall where at this truck she got into?
Passengers.
Is the front passenger, back passenger, or something else?
Front passenger.
You leave, do you lock up the shop?
No, I left first.
You left first. Okay. So when you leave, who's still at the shop?
Jarvis and his niece.
Do you see them leave the shop at all?
No.
Or have you seen Jarvis's niece, the one that was with you on the 9th? Have you seen her since January 9th, 2024?
No.
Now let's talk about the day after that you guys went to MC, so January 10th. Do you recall if Mr. Butts was at work that day?
I don't think he was.
What makes you think that he wasn't?
I believe he called me like 3 times, 4 times. No reason for him to call me if he was standing right next to me.
Did Jarvis Butts ever mention to you about his niece being missing?
No.
Naziah is then seen by Butts' sister at the auto shop.
For the record?
All right. Listen.
Front passenger, back passenger.
Hold on. So you mean to tell me, hear me out. Jarvis got this little girl around there, just him and her. Y'all do y'all work. First of all, go and pick her up and just happening to see, he just happened to see and told me to go pick her up. Cap. Don't believe it. But let's go with this. You get back to the shop. The girl get in the car. You go finish working on the car, count your money. You leave first and leave Jarvis there with the little girl. Everybody know Jarvis is a perv, mind you. You don't think that boy knew that Jarvis was over there doing something to that little girl? I told y'all she asked for a threesome at the shop, and it wouldn't surprise me if he was one of those people she was talking about. This is the facts. Listen, the only reason I'm even dealing with this, y'all, is because I think that this is the part that nobody's really focusing on. The community around these pervs that create the spaces for these pervs to thrive. That's my whole thing about it. Because typically in these situations, there's a community of women and other people who are aiding and abetting. Look at the R. Kelly case. Even when you go look at the R. Kelly, surviving R. Kelly thing, every single person on their security, background singer, they all helped him get these girls. That's what they were there for. They cannot, a perpetrator cannot act alone. He has to have a person that's either aiding and abetting or at least helping to literally assist him into what he's doing, or she, because it's not just men, it's women too. There was a community of people around this man who made it possible for him to do the things that he did, not only to Naziah, but to other people. And that's the part we got. That's the conversation I don't hear nobody having. And it bothers me because the reason why these people continue to exist is because we keep looking past that community of people that help them to exist. There are so many contributing factors in this situation that leads to stuff like this happening. Unfortunately, Naziah didn't make it to talk and tell her own story. But there are a lot of women who were Naziah's back in the day. And if you talk to these women, they'll tell you the contributing factors and the contributing people who played a part in their situation. Every single person I've spoken to about abuse tell me about, the man did this, but when I went to go tell this person, or this person knew that man was doing this to me, and they told me don't say nothing. Or this person knew that that's the type of person he was and still left me around this person. Those are the more important pieces of the puzzle than the actual person. Because if those same people take that energy of either turning a blind eye or helping, if they take that energy and turn it into protection, that person is not successful. I just feel so bad for this baby. And other young girls, young boys too. I just feel bad for all young people who go through this because it's not just the perpetrator. Everybody should be getting it. Not just the perpetrator. Everybody should be getting it. And it continues to happen because all we do is put all the blame on the perpetrator, which the blame should be there. But there's blame to go around, is what I'm saying. There's blame to go around. Because I tell you what, something about a mother who completely protects her child, don't let that type of stuff go on. A mother who completely and wholeheartedly protects her child, or a father as well, who protects their kids, some of them slip through the cracks, but for the most part, it's going to be hard to penetrate that. And most pervs don't like those type of dynamics because it's too much work. They don't like those type of dynamics because it's too much work. I got to sneak you out and I got to do it. They don't like that. And God forbid your daddy find out that nigga might beat me up or kill me. So they don't like those type of dynamics. They go to the dynamics where they got all of the supporting cast that they need to carry out the bull. And unfortunately, 99% of the times it's Black women. Period. So unfortunate. We will be on this case. We definitely gonna be on this case. Child, look. We gonna be on this case like white on rice. Thank you, Belinda, for being a member for 10 months. Love your channel. Please keep us woke, Dr. Vu. Oh yeah, Dr. Vu. Thank you so much. Dimple Pop, thank you for the super chat. My students' parents put locks on their fridge, but my students are special needs and like to go break all eggs and throw food when having an episode. I can get that. I can see that. Thank you so much, Dimple Pop. Dimple Pop, thank you for the super chat. But Shannon, these kids look fine to me, so no chains shouldn't be on their fridge. That's weird as F. Shannon, stop trying to justify y'all abuse. And that's another thing. I don't think that those kids have a like mental issue where they would lock in the fridge for that. I think that they were just being greedy, fat, funky, nasty bitches. That's what I believe. I believe them some most. Lord have mercy. I just believe they some horrible so-called women because they ain't women. Horrible so-called women. Pure Joy, thank you for the super chat. Boo, I share Shannon's Facebook page with my aunt who lives in Detroit. She must have been notified because she came in my inbox and asked me if I wanted to be a fan. LOL. You know I cussed her ass out. Girl, a fan of what? Shannon don't even look like she bathed half the time. Girl. And it's weird because people like that really think they on. They really think they doing something. Weirdo, bro. Weirdo vibes. Thank you for the super chat, Gypsy Hustle. He essayed his 4-year-old sister definitely knew. Yes, that's what I'm saying. He essayed other kids before. She knew. He had a baby at 13 with a grown woman. She knew. The sister knew. The sister getting on here playing stupid. She know. Thank you, Seven, for the super chat. Lock her up in prison. She's responsible too. Absolutely. Unfortunately, stuff like that aren't crimes, but it should be. Hey, if it's a RICO charge and you aid in the bed in that, you're going to jail. Why not sex crimes? Ask yourself that. I'll tell you why. Because they don't mind that type of stuff. Because the people do that type of stuff. I'm gonna just leave it there. Gypsy Hustle, thank you for the super chat. He was messing with Shannon for over 10 years. His sister saw Naziah at a birthday party or nothing. Why did he borrow the BM car if he had his own? That's another thing. So I want to break down two parts of what you're saying. He was with Shannon for 10 years, but she's never seen Naziah before. I find that quite odd, but then again, who knows? Maybe he just was in and out just having babies with her. But still, if your brother owned a shop, I'm pretty sure you'd have been down there more than once, and that was the only time you ever seen Naziah. I find that odd. And this is another thing. He had a vehicle. They said it was like a white Escalade or something. Why in the world would he go borrow the baby mama car? Was his car broke? Maybe y'all know more than me. Was his car broke and that's why he had to go get the baby mama car? Or did he get the baby mama car because he knew what he was about to go do and didn't want to tie it back to him? They say he got a white truck, so I don't understand why he was going to get the baby mama car. You're absolutely right. Y'all, I'm about to get off here. Y'all. We'll discuss some more. I'm just picking up little bitty pieces and bringing it to y'all as I get it, bro. Because it's so much that I'm behind on, and it's so much that I want to commentate on, that I'm gonna just bring it to y'all, you know, how I get it. Because if y'all want to see it more informed and like cradle to grave, top to bottom view, go to Nick at Night. She have it on her page and a couple other people. But yeah, it's sad. My heart goes out to the little girl and the other kids in that house, because I'm pretty, God forbid what done happened to them. Child, if this was going on with Naziah, God forbid about them other 5 kids in there. With that being said, y'all, please take care of yourself and take care of your kids. I appreciate each and everybody for being here. Get the likes up on the video if you haven't already. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I'll see y'all later on the next one. Peace out.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I want? Blaze up. Come on, Blaze up.
It's a beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy, for your boy. Hustle for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, wow, 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 wow. Lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.